We are going live, we're going live. Okay, so let's just jump into it, I guess. This is 7:30, was released today. New patch. New patch has come out, and I intend to play it. I very much want to try this out. Let's go, Sub Spitfire, Varus, Death Envoy. Hello. Alright, so there seems to be a pretty sizable patch here, considering the scroll bar is pretty small and we see a lot of changes. So this is probably gonna take me at least 2 hours, probably more. So let's get into it and read through some changes. Panamera, thank you for 66, dude. Appreciate the resub. Yeah, let's just move my camera over as well so I don't block. And start reading. So general changes. Captain's mode second pick phase is changed from Dire Radiant to Dire Radiant Dire. So the double pick on the second pick phase. Multiple critical strike procs are now rolled from strongest to weakest and will stop rolling once a proc occurs. This results in the same DPS, but is less likely to have multiple crits in a row or multiple attacks without a crit. Oh, also it doesn't trigger the RNG for it. The strongest starts rolling and then the weaker. Okay. Interesting. Same DPS, but it's likely to have multiple crits in a row or multiple attacks without a crit. Okay, so just working on reliability. But yeah, also means less likely that you're just gonna insta kill someone by like getting 2 big crits, you know, quickly. Okay. So let's keep going. Cooldown percentage reduction no longer stacks. Sources of flat cooldown reductions still stack. Okay. I mean, that makes me sad upon reading it, because that's one of my favorite abuses in Dota, is making abilities go absolutely insane by stacking CDR. By the way, just one question. In the past, did Octarine and Spell Prism stacked? Because I tried it today and only Octarine was working. Wasn't in the patch notes, I believe, if it was a change. It's yeah, it's literally right here, dude. Third change from the top. Yes. And previously they did work. So this actually makes me a little bit sad. We'll see if they make any changes to the CDR things in general. I guess we already see the Arcane Blink. But overall, this makes me a little bit sad. Increased HP region of all heroes. Okay. Water Rune healing reduced. Makes sense. I mostly want it for mana anyway. And I don't like it giving so much HP. Second Roshan no longer drops cheese. Okay, so it's only Shard and Aegis. Neutral creeps now drop 5 neutral items per tier. Oh, so the tier 5 or the post 5 player gets to have a neutral item now. And you get more reliability in actually getting the item that you want. Sure. Aeonisk has less bonus HP and the cooldown increases by 20 seconds every time it triggers, up to 165 seconds. Starts on 105, 125, 100... Oh, Jesus, fuck, man. Is anyone gonna want to build this? Holy shit. Okay, that seems like a hefty fucking nerf. But okay, sure. Bash bonus damage is increased. Okay, trying to make people buy Abyssal again. Mana regen is reduced on the Ether Lens. Here we go, 5% more CDR on the Arcane Blink, but I mean... Replenish mana. Mana restored increased from 160 to 175. Mana boost slight buff. Health reduced on bottle, mana reduced as well, and restore time is increased. Okay, so the bottle water rune control is gonna net you quite a bit of less HP now than before. I mean, that's 10 less on the bottle and then 40 less on the water rune, so you're healing 50 less if you go and bottle up the rune than you used to. Strength and intelligence bonuses are increased. Mangoes are cheaper. Mana regen is reduced on Yules. Surprises me. Falcon Blade is buffed. Quite nice buff, actually. Falcon Blade seems kind of nice now. 12 damage and 200 HP. That's probably pretty good value right now. Bonus int is increased on the Gleipnir. Strength and agi is increased as well. Projectile speed is increased by 150. Okay. Helm of the Overlord. Reworked the recipe. Now requires Helm of Dominator. Vladimir's Offering and a 1000 gold recipe. Wow, that's a big change. Vlads. Okay. Vlads might make a comeback. Haven't seen people building Vlads in forever. Fuck, I shouldn't right click. Right clicking just brings you up. Total cost is increased by 50. Sure, but sounds like it's going to be way more value. The stats are reduced. Can only dominate one creep. The movement speed is higher on the creep. The attack damage is massively increased to 80 instead of 25 damage increase. And twice the armor increase. And also grants the Vladimir's aura. So the creep has... Or, no. I thought like the creep is going to have the aura. I guess not. It's just you. It would be kind of cool if the creep carried the aura as well. But I guess it's just on you. So you got 3 armor and mana regen, percentage damage, lifesteal. I mean, this is going to be definitely more interesting than the previous one. Definitely. Still not sure about it. The Hurricane Thrust duration is increased. Oh, more thrusting and 1 more attack. Dude, this is going to help with the global TP assassinations that I did one recently with TA. 1 second more to perform the attacks and 1 attack more to land. Mage Slayer recipe reworked now requires Oblivion Staff, Cloak, and 400 gold recipe. Total cost is reduced from 3,250 to 2,400. Grants 20% magic resistance, 20 damage, 10 int, 15 attack speed, and 2 mana regen. But does it still have its passive? Yeah, it still has its passive. I mean, okay, sure. I was like, what, does it only give this? Because that would sound kind of boring. But yeah, it still has its fucking 35% reduction of spell damage as well. Yeah. Now it's looking kind of good. That looks kind of good, actually. Definitely more interesting than before. Rod of Atus, the int is increased to more... to the strength of that. Yeah, just Gleipnir changes are on the Rod of Atus. Status resistance is down on Sanj. It makes me happy. More sentry wards with lower duration. Sure. Recipe reworked. Now requires Shadowblade plus Crystallis and 350 gold recipe. Okay. Total cost is down a little bit. Now grants 60 damage, 40 attack speed, 30% chance of 160% critical damage. Sure. The Crystallis. Attacks breaking out of Invis now deal a guaranteed 160% crit with 175 bonus damage. Wow. That sounds pretty terrifying in the hands of Kunkka or some other heroes. Sounds like it's gonna hit really hard, guaranteed. Scares me a bit. Definitely Kunkka should be interested in this item now. Increased max stock from 2 to 3. Cool. More smokes. Don't have to buy them as early. Recipe cost is reduced on the Wind Waker. Makes sense. The item is like extremely underused. Or not necessarily underused. It's just not relevant. What do we have next? Witchblade. Damage per tick reduced from 1x int to 0.75x int. Duration is increased to 4 seconds. Okay. And fixed interaction that caused the Witchblade to give permanent to strike. Okay. It's a longer duration of damage over time, which is going to help you cancel like blink daggers and stuff for a longer duration. Seems kind of useful. And yeah, I guess it's going to slow as well for 1 more second now. So that's pretty neat. Neutral item changes. Oh boy, here we go. Faded Brooch removed. Ironwood Tree removed. Imp Claw removed. Illusionist Cape removed. Oh god, I'm happy about that one. Minotaur Horn is removed. Orb of Destruction is removed. Ballista removed. Pig Pole? What the fuck is this? Pig Pole grants 6 to all stats. Okay, so it's branch. Active Pig Out turns the owner into a pig for 4 seconds and grants 10% movement speed. Cooldown 25. Mana cost 50. The fuck? Turns you into a... Okay. Sure. Turns you here into a critter and gives them movement speed. So you just fucking scuttle away. Self-hex to get movement speed. What do we have here? Tumbler's Toy. 200 mana, active Vault, propels your unit forward 300 units, CD 30 seconds, and goes on a 3-second cooldown when receiving player-based damage. Okay. So it's like Flash from League, or what? What are we working with? I guess without the... Okay. Brigand's Blade. New tier 2 item, grants 10 damage, 10 attack speed. Dark Mercy, when attacking an enemy, deals 7 damage for each 10% of the enemy HP the enemy is missing. Okay, so basically a Necro ulti neutral item. It's gonna hit. Very dangerous to get ultied by like Windrunner or something, hitting you really quickly with this. When you go low HP, you're gonna die real fast. Okay, Fey Grenades. Tier 2 item, 20 movement speed, Shadowbrand. Throws a bomb into an enemy, to an enemy within 900 range, dealing your attack damage and applying a debuff that provides vision of the unit and deals 20 DPS for 7 seconds. Cooldown 20 seconds, 25 mana cost. Huh. Okay. Sure. That's pretty nasty. It's like a little stifling dagger that also provides 7 seconds of vision. Holy shit. That's a long time. 900 range is pretty long too. And it gives you movement speed. This is a real hunter item. Yeah, that's a nasty item for chasing people. Also imagine like a tiny or something throwing this on you. Considering you can just you can throw the tree and then the Fey Grenade as well. That's gonna hurt. Blast Rig, tier 3 item, 8 armor, Hair Trigger. Next time you get attacked by a hero within 300 range, explode, dealing 300 damage to all enemies within a 300 radius and applying 100% blind for 2.5 seconds, cooldown 20 seconds. Wow, that sounds super annoying. Holy shit, I can imagine this being so annoying on a lot of heroes. What the fuck? That sounds really annoying. The blind is not actually good for Axe though, because I think if enemies miss Axe, he can't spin, if I'm not mistaken. I think evasion on Axe is negative interaction, as in you can't get your spin procs. I'm pretty certain. So that would not be a combo. But there are many other heroes that could be really good with it. Like even just a Puck or something playing aggressive on you. And then when you try to kill him, you finally land an attack. He fucking explodes, damages you even more in an AoE, which works well with the Waning Rift. And he blinds you as well when you're silenced as well. I could see Puck being super bully with this. That's just the first thing that comes to mind. Ascetics Cap, tier 4 item, 300 health, 10 HP regen, endurance. Whenever a debuff from a player-controlled source would be applied to the owner, grant 50% status resistance for 3 seconds. Okay. That also sounds pretty annoying, to be honest. Yeah, that sounds irritating. Witch Bane, tier 4 item, passively causes your hero to deal extra magic damage to its target equal to 4% of its max mana on attack. Hello? Odie? What? Active Dispel. Dispels all enemy and allies within 300 radius. Cast range 500. Oh, it's not even centered on yourself. It has cast range. 75 seconds, 20-second cooldown. Okay. Arcanist Armor, tier 5 item, 5 armor, 20 magic resistance. Passively grants 5 armor and 20 magic resistance to all allies in 900 radius. Mega Shield gains 35% damage reflection aura in a 900 radius, affecting allied units for the next 5 seconds. This better have a big visual or some shit so that you can actually see what's happening. Suddenly just everybody turns into Giga Spectre with 35%. Chipped Vest is nerfed. Fairy Trinket nerfed. Possessed Mask is buffed early and nerfed later. Probably good. Don't want people keeping a Possessed Mask like instead of tier 2 items so much. Dig cooldown is lowered. Quiver is less damage but less cooldown. Honestly weaker. Quiver is weaker now, I would say. More True Strikes though, so I mean there's always that. Debuff is no longer visible if the enemy don't have vision on the holder. I wonder if your magic resistance is gonna show or not that you have different magic resistance. Because like the debuff is not visible, but what if I check my magic resistance? Am I gonna see that I have, you know, minus 10% or not? I wonder. I want to go in and check that immediately on seeing that. Cooldown is increased on Flicker. Blinks in place if the owners receive damage in the last 3 seconds. Okay, so you can dispel in place if you receive damage. Wow, that's a big nerf to Flicker. Holy shit. It's like impossible to use it the same way that it was used before. Now it's traveling when you're not fighting, and then if you're fighting, it's just a dispel every 5 seconds, basically. Most likely. Okay. Spider legs are no longer considered boots, and movement speed bonus is reduced by 60 or from 65 to 25. So you get 25 bonus movement speed, and you want to keep your boots. Sure. Stormcrafter no longer triggers if the holder is invisible to target. Cast range is reduced on the Fallen Sky. Yeah, Fallen Sky is insane. This is probably very good, because Fallen Sky has literally always been the item that I wish for from tier 5. Like, pretty much no matter what hero I play, unless I'm playing like Medusa, of course I want the Ballista, which now doesn't exist, I guess. But outside of that, it's pretty much always been like Fallen Sky on literally anything. It's god tier. Okay, hero changes. Why is it no longer being a boot a nerf? I'm not sure what that changes. It's not a nerf that it's no longer a boot, but it nerfed the movement speed from 65 to 25. It's a buff that it's no longer considered a boot, because now you can just have boots and spider legs and the movement speed stacks. If you had travels and you had spider legs, the spider legs movement speed would be irrelevant apart from the active. Now if you have travels and spider legs, you're gonna be spider and travels legs faster. So it's a buff. It's just that you can't really like go and sell your power treads to keep the spider legs instead, which was kind of gimmicky when people did. All right, to the hero changes. Strength on Abaddon is slightly lowered. Cast range on the shield is increased. Okay, nice for him. More aphotic shield health on 20. And aphotic shield health is changed with -1 Curse of Avernus attacks required. That's so nice with his shard, actually. That's really good with his shard. Nice, 25 talent. Cooldown is down on the Unstable Concoction. Mana cost is fixed to 100. Okay, this is like kinda hinting towards support Alk or like nuker Alk coming back. Additionally grants 30 movement speed. Okay, the Zerk potion. And 125 Unstable Concoction radius. Ah, bigger AO and no stun. Okay, so it would be a 375 radius stun. It's pretty big, actually. That's pretty nice. Yeah, Stunner Alk might be interesting now. It should be really, really large compared to before, because just 125 radius increase, of course, is going to have a very big impact on something that only has 250 radius to begin with. It should be quite huge now. Cooldown increased on the Cold Feet, cooldown increase on the Ice Blast, and HP regen talent replaced with Cold Feet break distance increase. Oh, nasty. Nasty talent. That's going to be annoying to play against. Wow. I imagine I'm going to get frozen a few times before I get used to that. Strength gain is increased on the Antimage. Rework the Shard. Counterspell now also passively grants a 900 range offensive aura, reducing enemies' magic damage by 10%. Okay. Grants triple the effect to enemies within 300. Holy shit. Minus 30% magic damage for the Shard. What? Holy shit, what the fucking Shard? Are you kidding me? That's a really fucking good Shard. Jesus. Okay, that Shard is insane. Blink. Fragment Scepter now has 3 charges. 3 charges? What? What? Okay. Interesting. Okay. AM is so far the winner of the patch. by a lot. Magnetic field slow increases from 20% to 30%. CDR is replaced with armor. Okay. He's a pretty high HP hero. Getting 8 armor is kind of interesting. And the attack speed is replaced with 40 magnetic field attack speed. Oh my god. What? And then 100 attack range is replaced with 40 flux damage. Wow, it's garbage. Yuck. Was Arc Warden really that OP? I guess it was doing pretty well. Wow, pretty gross changes for him. Overall, I guess the armor, maybe you can play him off lane now with like the armor and meme hammer builds. It's gonna work better than before. Axe reworked the shard. Now causes counter helix to apply a 6-second stacking debuff that reduces attack damage by 20% and increases counter helix chance by 10%. Wait. Like, is this all a same thing? Like, causes counter helix to apply a 6-second debuff that reduces attack damage. Okay, so it's a stacking buff that can put 20% damage reduction. So if you spin 5 times, they literally do no damage. Is that how it works? And it increases the spin chance by 10%. Does the shard passively increase that? Or is it the stacking buff that does that? Stacks up to 5 times. 100% damage reduction. Holy shit, that sounds so dumb. Okay, that sounds super dumb. Okay. Magic resistance talent and counter helix damage. Okay. 50% chance to spin. Yeah, does it go up to 50%? Well, not 50%. I mean, it increases the counter helix chance by 10%. So if it does go up, if I'm reading this correctly, which, I mean, English is not my main language, by the way, but counter helix applies a stacking debuff that reduces attack damage by 20% and increases counter helix chance. Yeah, so we should go up to 70% spin chance or some shit. Unless I'm reading this like a Pega. This should increase... If it's stacking, we can get 5 of these, you say. So we can increase our chance to spin by 50% on that person attacking us. Okay. This sounds absolutely insane. I guess it can be read in 2 different ways. I guess, you know, it applies that debuff and then it increases this, like, separately. But... you know, English is just a stupid language. It can be, yeah, it's kind of ambiguous how you read it. But the way I would read this is that the debuff would increase your counter helix chance by 10%. Which is, you know, pretty crazy if it does. It applies a debuff on the enemy that increases their counter helix chance. It really does? Holy shit. Holy shit. Yeah, that's gross. Okay, Bane, mana cost decreased from 120 to 180, 100, 160. Okay, cast range is increased, so Bane a little bit stronger. Now deals 15, 20, 25, 30 pure damage per second to the enemy nightmare targets. What? Without a... and you can still hit them as well? And feast... Jesus, the buffs! Wow. Okay. We have almost a contender for the anti-mage, but still pretty good. Still pretty good. Wow. The nightmare is insane now. It's insane. Like, what? You're telling me you just add 210 pure damage to nightmare? And you're gonna pretend like that's not a big deal? 210 pure damage on a level 4 nightmare, by the way. Added. And then you can auto attack as well. And they also buff Brain Sap. And they also buff Fiend's Grip. I want to say that Bane is insane right now. Okay. That's really nice for Bane players. No, it says enemy nightmare units, not allied. Okay. Bonus damage increased from 6, 12, 18, 24 to 7, 14, 21, 28. Wow. A lot of sticky napalm damage on the max one. 5 life damage is rescaled. Cooldown is increased. Well, it's the same on highest level, so more rescale. Okay. Aghanim Shard, Call of the Wild Hawk can now be unit targeted, which will cause the hawk to move in the direction of the target and cast dive when or if in range. Attack damage is increased on the boar. Quite a big damage increase on level 1. Keep in mind that heroes have a damage block, so small damage increases or damage increases on small numbers make a very big difference, especially when attacking, you know, a melee hero and might barely not be able to do any damage to them. So yeah, it has a big impact, these small numbers. Vision is increased on the Hawk as well, early levels. Bloodseeker now heals half the amount on denies. Health threshold is increased from 75 to 80%. Sure. Blood Rage spell amp talent early on. And Lifesteal is replaced by 10% rupture. Oh, 10% HP rupture initial damage. Oh, you can't blink from it. Damn, that's dirty. Wow, that's scary. That's so nasty, man. So you take the rupture cast range and then the rupture initial damage, and then you can't blink out of it if you get ruptured. Scary. Very scary. Bounty Hunter got a lot of changes. Let's see. Cooldown reduction on the Shuriken toss. 5-second cooldown. Holy shit. Okay. Damage is reduced by a lot. It's 200 damage. Mana cost is greatly reduced to match this. Okay. Cast is rescaled to be a lot higher range, actually. Already on level 2, it's higher range. Scepter no longer reduces the cooldown. Well, it used to put the cooldown on 5 seconds. Scepter cast range is increased from 650 to 700. Okay. Well, the mana cost is still low. And the Scepter is gonna Jinada anyway. So the damage reduction is not that big for Scepter. Okay. Track now also causes Shuriken Toss to deal 1.4, 1.7, and 2x damage. Holy shit! Oh, Jesus. Oh boy. Okay. Does this surely doesn't buff the Jinada damage on the Shuriken Toss though, right? Right? If you have Aghanim's? Imagine if it does 2x increase on your Jinada damage on the toss as well. There's no way it does though. That would be broken. Jinada can now be toggled to autocast. Okay, nice. 2-second Shadow Walk slow. Holy shit, that's a long duration slow. Pretty nice actually. Considering you can double stack the invis hits on Bounty, you can now slow people for almost 5 seconds just by coming out of invis, hitting them, and then hitting them again. You know, by going invis again. So that's really long slow. Track bonus movement speed to allies. Oh, it works. We can give speed again. Pause for Bounty Hunter might come back. And attack speed is replaced with track grants ground vision around the target on level 20. Okay. And then evasion is replaced with Shuriken Toss target. Yeah, so they're really just bringing back, like, they don't want the carry bounty. They want the support bounty back. Yeah, carry bounty is definitely mega nerfed, but support bounty is really happy about this patch. I mean, I've missed support bounty, to be honest. It's one of my most played heroes. It's, you know, it's my third most played hero in the game, actually. And it used to be my go-to pos 4 hero. And in this patch, or in the previous patches, it's just been impossible to play pos 4 Bounty Hunter reliably. It just has not worked. But now pos 4 Bounty looks really solid again. Okay, Brewmaster. Void Bruling base attack damage is reduced. By quite a margin, actually. Quite a lot. But the base attack time is improved by a lot. Oh, wow. Okay, so it hits faster now. Void Bruling now inherits the Brewmaster's attack modifiers. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I guess none of them did before. So you carry auras on your Earth Panda, and you carry modifiers on your Void Panda. Kind of interesting. It hits pretty fast too, with the 0.8 base attack time. Yeah, Bash is scary. Very scary. Yeah, you could also go, yeah, Mage Breaker. Could go for that. I think more like damage procs are gonna be pretty strong. I think a right-clicking brew passive dodge chances increased by 5% on every level. Wow, 30% passive dodge. Base slow reduced from 20% to 15%. Scepter radius is reduced. The scepter max stacks is reduced. And stack duration is increased. Okay. So some nerfs, but also pretty quality of life buff there. 2 more seconds on stack duration is gonna result in a lot more stacks in general on Bristleback. Broodmother. Oh, please fucking nerf her to the ground. Please. Tell me she's just destroyed. Now grants Broodmother and her Spiderling's movement speed based on the health of the unit. Grants the full amount at 100% health and 0% when the unit is at 20% health or less. Okay. I like. Spawn Spiderlings. Mana cost is increased by 20. The damage is reduced by 60 on level 1, 50 on level 2, and 40 on level 3. Okay. Spinner's Snare. Reworked Deceptor Vector Targeted. Oh boy. Broodmother creates a 900 width invisible web line that takes 2 seconds to form. Enemy heroes that cross the web line, this sounds like it's gonna be broken already, will make it visible and become rooted after 0.25 seconds of 100% slow. They will also be visible in fog and receive 100 DPS for 4 seconds. Broodmother's team is notified on the minimap when... What the fuck is this? Notified on the minimap whenever someone trips in the web line. Multiple heroes can trip in the same line until the duration expires, but illusions don't trigger. Jesus, man. Maximum of 5 snares can be active, and snares can't be cast overlapping another. 2 charges, 100 mana cost, and 20-second cooldown, 600 range. So can I kill this thing, or is it like... It's invisible, so I guess if I put down vision I can see it, but can I kill it? Illusions don't trigger it, so what the fuck do I do? What is this shit? I need to see this. This is the first thing I need to go and like actually test. So you can detect smoked units with this, right? Because it's gonna alert. So this is the spinner snare. Okay, so you put it down like this. So if I put it like that, I want the fucking ping ping ping. Let's go. Ping. Oh god. So
was that a twitch on my web?
So if we have an enemy brood here, we're just gonna like pretend she does this. Now we know it's there. What do we do? You just have. Oh, it's invisible.
Yeah.
It's invisible. It's like.
Not ready.
It's.
Yes.
No way, dude. What? It's invisible. Okay. Yeah, please, nerf Brood. Yeah, fuck. I don't know why Ice Frog has a fucking hard-on for Brood, man. She's the most broken hero of the patch and she gets this? Okay. I bet, I haven't read the patch notes, but I bet when I get to TA, I'm only gonna get nerfs, alright? I'm only gonna get nerfs. Okay, we can try one more thing. Let's try if it hits smoke. It's probably gonna hit smoke. There's no fucking way it doesn't. Okay. I promise you, when we get to TA, there will only be nerfs. But Broodmother, who's sitting at 57% win rate, gets a Giga Invis fucking... What is this? Okay, we should probably walk away so we can actually smoke and test this. Okay, let's try it. Yep! Oh yeah! Yeah, why not? Why not give me a minimap alert and show them? He's also visible. Not enough that I get a minimap alert, I literally see him in the smoke. Okay, yeah, sure. No, that sounds great, man. Meanwhile, Zeus has to use his ulti, doesn't even hit the enemy, and you don't even fucking know what's happening, you know? Like, you know that they might be over there. Okay, but this thing, yeah, sure. I'll just put one outside of Roche, you know? Then I put one more outside Roche. Fuck, I'll put 5 there. If they want to walk in, they'll just be stuck forever. What if you put 5 in a line? Like, what does the enemy do if you put 5 in a line? And what if you put 5 of them at the Roche entrance? Is there literally any way that you can deal with that? How do you deal with... Because you can have 5 of these, right? You can have 5 active. It's 2 charges, but you can have 5 active. Okay, so let's pretend like this is the Roche pit, right? and the enemy want to walk in. There's literally one path in. So we, as a Broodmother, we just start spinning. Okay, so now you want to go and take Roche. It seems like I killed 2 of them there. Does it like... Oh no, I just didn't put down 5. I put down 4. Okay. Oh, I did put 5. Yeah, no, like, sure. And these are completely invisible to the enemy. They have no idea where they are. It's the dumbest thing I've seen, man. Holy shit. Need a blink. What are you gonna do with a blink? You're already taking damage the moment you step on it. And you're held in place. You're rooted. It hits multiple units as well. Yeah, you can... Okay, let's just see an entire team walk into it to... I did not actually think, in my wildest nightmares, that Brood was gonna get a huge buff.
Prepare yourselves for the main event.
I mean, I was worried about things in the patch, you know? I'm like completely expecting the Tia will get nerfed and stuff like that. But I did not expect that Brood, out of all fucking heroes, would get a huge buff. Oh my god, dude, what is this? Yeah, you literally just put this in Roche Pit. But I mean, the hero can't really do anything since she doesn't have any more movement speed in the web now when she's low. Oh, true, yeah, literally can't do anything. Yeah, how on earth could I ever get away? It's not like my hero has 100% lifesteal built into it. And HP regen built into it. Yeah, no, how... And I always use my hero to farm, so I'm always going low HP as well. No, gee, man. Yeah, Brood is... Poor little Brood, man. Poor little Brood. She's just in a tough spot right now, I think. Yeah. Oh, this is so stupid. Okay, that's actually the dumbest change I've read in a long time. Actually. I'm sad to say it, but yeah, that actually is the dumbest change I've seen in a long time. And what do we have? Level 20 talent, spider attack damage replaced with 50% damage, spider damage to buildings. Sure! Sure! Okay, I mean, effectively that is a nerf, but it's also buffing like the more boring part, but, you know, why not? Why not? Why not make her destroy your racks in a half a second instead? I mean, she kind of already did that. Now she's just not going to destroy heroes as fast. But, you know, it's like emphasizing... It's emphasizing a very boring style of Brood, I feel. Like a web that you literally have no counterplay to other than walking into it and then dispelling it with your Manta or Yules or something. But then there's 4 more of them and you literally don't know where they are. I don't know, man. I don't know. Brood seems... to have gotten buffed in this patch, which, wow. I mean, am I reading this wrong, or is this not? Is this it? Like, is 48.4% ban rates? Am I? I just have to take a second. Like, I want to keep going, but this is the most monumental, like, change I've seen in a long time. You're giving arguably the strongest buff I read so far to the hero that's the most broken in the current patch. Yeah, I know you can't check it. Yeah, you can't even check it with illusions. The web nerf is huge though. Why do you say that it's a buff? The web nerf is huge. So the movement speed based on your health scales down to 0%. So you think it's a huge nerf that Broodmother, when she's at 20% HP, gets no movement speed anymore. Compared to this, like, you can play in a way that you don't go low HP all the time. You still have the movement speed. Just, it's gonna go down when you get low. Like, yeah, that's a decent thing. This is the type of changes I would expect to see multiple of to a hero with 56.5% win rate, with 48.5% ban rate. Like, this is one nerf that's like, you know, it's gonna hurt her a little bit. Again, I have not cheated, I have not read ahead, but I have a sneaking suspicion that this nerf that Brood gets here on the spin web is going to feel like a smaller nerf than I will get on TA, despite my hero being where on the top win rates? Where? Where? I'm like guaranteeing you that this hero is getting away with no nerfs, and I will see some shit when I get down lower. So we'll keep going. Let's not be stuck up, but yeah, that's insane. Fuck, I hate Brood, and now I will hate her even more. Stun duration is reduced on Centaur. The damage strength multiplier is, okay, increased. And slow duration is increased. Some nice general buffs to Centaur's Stampede and slight nerf to the Hoof Stomp. Less strength on CK. Cooldown higher on low level. You kind of max your crit and rift anyway, so it doesn't hurt you so bad if it's bad on low levels. Lifesteal is weaker on max level 2 though, but max critical damage is increased to 245 though. Okay. Fixed strong illusion buff on Phantasm being dispellable, which is hilarious. If you dispelled the Phantasm illusions, which were strong illusions, then you could hex and remove them. So you could have like Brewmaster cast Dispel with this Storm Panda, and if he then cast Dispel again, they actually all died. Kind of funny. He has a pull distance talent. Ooh, Reality Rift pull distance. Kind of interesting. Chaos Strike Lifesteal. Chaos Bolt cooldown. Ooh, that cooldown on the Chaos Bolt is pretty early. Maybe more of a support CK can be played again. Instead of the Cleave talent, now having a stun cooldown talent. Aura no longer provides heal amplification, provides armor. Rework the Shard, allows Holy Persuasion to target 1, 2, 3 ancient creeps based on Hand of God level. Old Scepter effect, sure. You can get the Old Scepter as a Shard now, that's kind of pog. Rework the Scepter, Hand of God now applies a strong Dispel. Oh. Huh. Okay. Strong Dispel, huh? So Greaves Chen is pretty interesting, because if you play against anything that like silences or controls, you just pop the Greaves on Chen and then you slam your ulti, you're gonna unstun your entire team, make your entire team ready to fight, and you just turn around the fight. Wow. Chen should be pretty high tier material with Scepter now, against certain lineups specifically. Like, that's a global strong Dispel. Global strong Dispel. That's not really a thing in Dota. So, yeah. Still need an Axe on it, on Chen. Yeah, that's not a problem. That's not really a problem. You can go Aghanim's first item even if you want. Like, Chen can, if he wants, play completely poverty with no items, or he can farm. Like, the hero has no problem actually taking gold out of the jungle, or even pushing towers and getting gold. The problem is more that he's rarely had that interesting items to buy, but a global strong Dispel is very, very good. Abaddon can do that for free on like a 5-second cooldown. Yeah, if he just has to run across the entire fucking map first, and then he does it on one hero, sure. So give Abaddon 25 seconds, or 20 seconds actually, and he's gonna be able to do it on his entire team, assuming that his entire team is standing exactly around him and don't have to move. But yep, true. Abaddon can do it for free, just a whole lot worse. Alright, so Clink's Strafe removed. Oh, here we go. Changing Clinks again. Burning Barrage, new ability. Burning Barrage channels for 1.5, 1.9, 2.3, 2.7 seconds, shooting 3, 4, 5, 6 piercing arrows in the target direction, up to 750, 800, 850, 900 distance away, that hit all enemy units, dealing 60% attack damage and applying attack modifiers. So it's like a Pango Q, but for Clinks, kinda? It's like Swashbuckle, right? Cooldown 16 seconds. Alright, I'm gonna have to try this one. I wanna see it. It's channeled. Yeah, I see. So it effectively feels like you're multi-shotting. Yeah, the projectile and like how it hits is gonna be similar to Pango, and the feeling of casting it is more like Drow Ranger, because you can cancel it at any point. Yeah, it's a single file Drow skill, but it's gonna do quite a bit of damage, I imagine, if you get your stuff going. Like, Burning Barrage arrows +2, interesting. Does it use searing arrows? Or can it use searing arrows? It's 60% of your attack damage and attack modifiers. I guess the searing arrows should be not used then? Because it's not really an attack modifier.
None quicker.
Just want to see how this works.
Yes.
So if I have this on... Oh, it uses it, doesn't it? Unless it has the same sound effect on this. Oh, I guess it has the same sound effect. So, how much damage do we do?
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't use it. Kind of weird to have an ability that doesn't use searing arrows. Then again, searing arrows is pretty good damage. You could have 24 damage by level 1 searing arrows and just max these two abilities, maybe? Seems like a very good farming tool, at least. Seems worse than old things. Depends for what for. I mean, you can look at it this way. He now fucking shits on Broodmother. The spiders coming at you? Oh, no deal. Just shoot them. So, you know, if you want to look back at Broodmother, we actually have a new Broodmother counter. Which old clinks? True, there's a lot of old clinkses. It's interesting. It's interesting. Not too bad, I guess. Not too bad. Searing Arrows mana cost is reduced. Skeleton Walk no longer can cast spells without breaking invisibility. Okay. Can be cast from Skeleton Walk without breaking invis. So you can Death Pact only. You can't use... Yeah, it would be kind of stupid if you could use Burning Barrage. And then he has Magic Resistance talents and Skeleton Walk cooldown reduced. And +2 Burning Arrow. Yeah, okay. Interesting. The new Clink seems kind of cool. I mean, good against some things, like Naga. Probably better against Naga, Terrorblades, PLs, and Broodmothers, and Meepos. These type of heroes who have a lot of units that you can attack. But it also seems a little bit weaker for like straight up man fighting someone. But he also seems better at farming, so there's that. Overclocking gives less bonus movement speed. More Power Cogs mana burn. Rocket Flare cooldown. CM. What do we have here? My fucking scroll wheel is broken, so sometimes it scrolls up instead of down. Base attack speed reduced from 115 to 100. Yeah, fuck. Nerf the CM. Give her nothing. Mana cost reduced. Okay. Crystal Nova is a little bit cheaper. Freezing Field explosion distribution is now more even across its radius. Shard is now also... Oh, it now also increases total explosions by 20%. Ah. Okay. 20% more explosions on the Freezing Field with Shard is kind of nice. That's a nice bonus to a Shard. Darkseer, fixed self-cast behavior, not working with the AoE talent. Yep, I knew about that one. That's kind of stupid. Duration reduced by 15 seconds on the wall. Normal Punch now has True Strike. Illusion duration increased by 3 seconds. And max damage increased by 50. Wow, okay. Normal Punch looking a whole lot better all of a sudden. A whole lot better, actually. Okay. Not that I play Darkseer anyway. Iron Shell Radius replaced with Wall of Replica damage. Wow, you get that on the first. That's pretty interesting. Wall of Replica damage talent on level 10 is really early to get it. But still probably pretty good. And then you get the Shell Radius as 15 talent instead. I mean, you probably still wanted the shell, but you can't have everything. A little bit of a nerf and a little bit of a buff. Okay, fair enough. My new favorite hero. Nah, I'm not gonna be playing him. Cursed Crown stun duration is reduced by 0.25 seconds. Talents, Cursed Crown stun duration reduced to plus 0.5. Okay. 50 damage is replaced with plus 2 Shadow Realm duration. Oh god. Oh shit, 2 seconds? Aghanim's looking a lot better than before. Huh. 2 seconds more makes a big difference because you're already charged up on the damage at that point. Let's see, Dawnbreaker. No longer ignores movement restriction abilities like Kinetic Field. No longer gets cancelled if Starbreaker gets rooted. Instead, just the movement is interrupted. Yeah, that makes sense. It was kind of dumb that it just stopped. Added Aghanim's Shard grants magic immunity during Starbreaker. That's what a lot of people suggested, I guess. Solar Guardian. Added Aghanim's Scepter. Reduces Solar Guardian channeling time to 1 second. Solar Guardian can be cast again upon takeoff to land early. Solar Guardian now gives allies in there. Oh, so you're like... The channel time is only 1 second, and then you can cast it again to land. So are you just in the air? Like, you don't exist for a while, and then you can land when you want? Solar Guardian now gives allies in the area 60% evasion, while Dawnbreaker is airborne, increases heal per pulse from 45, 70, 95 to 60, 90, 120, and total airborne time by 3.5 seconds. Interesting. Interesting. We have strength talent is changed to Celestial Hammer Slow. 20 movement speed replaced with 30 Starbreaker swipe damage. Attack damage replaced with Luminosity crit damage. Crit damage is replaced with Luminosity attack charges required. Or Luminosity attacks required. Sure. Instead of having 2 charges. 150 radius on Solar Guardian? Oh shit, dude. And Solar Guardian radius replaced with 2 charges. So you get that early. Ah, nice. I guess she's still not in Captain's mode though, right? Base agility from 21 to 20. Now only refreshes its duration when Dazzle attacks the target. Oh shit. What? Base slow from 14, 16, 18, 20, 16, 18, 20, 22. Now increases its slow by 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5% every time it's refreshed. Aww. F all the Dazzle PA, Dazzle Ember, Dazzle Lycan combo lanes. Wow, that's such a big nerf to Poison Touch. That's actually insanely big nerf to Poison Touch. Like, even if you're slightly buffing the slow, I guess, you know, Dazzle can now do a lot more work on his own though, because 3.5% increased slow every time he hits someone. Yeah, if you fight Dazzle, you're gonna get slowed to death and then you die. It's interesting. Dazzle, yeah, it's more Dazzle taking care of business himself. I guess maybe core Dazzle is more interesting now as well with this change, because if he hits you a few times, you just can't move. Mana cost is scaling on the Grave. Heal on the Shallow Grave replaced with 20 strength. Holy shit. He's so strong. Movement speed replaced with heal on Grave. Okay. So strong, Mr. Dazzle. Fucking people writing me, man. Give me a second. Wait, where did you change this again? Is this... Oh, it's like here, right? Notifications. Off. Thank you. Alright. What do we have next? Death Prophets. Alright, Death Prophets. Base strength increased by 2. Silence now fires at 1000 speed projectile towards the targeted area and silences units in the AoE upon impact. Cast point reduced. So she doesn't have that insta silence anymore, and you can dodge it actually. I probably like that more. But you also have cast point, so quite often you're gonna silence people faster this way now, I guess. If they're right next to you. I guess the speed projectile just targets a radius. It doesn't like send the projectile towards every single unit. It's like one projectile that hits an area. So if you cast it on top of yourself, it's just faster than before now. So it's a buff in some scenarios then, and a nerf in a lot of other scenarios. Overall, probably a nerf, but if you play correctly, it can be to your advantage. 5-second more cooldown Exorcism. We have Crypt Swarm cooldown on 15 instead. I like the minus 3.5 though. It was so fucking broken. Okay, what do we have here? Max health Spirit Siphon increased to 1%. And Spirit Siphon slow. That's a lot of slow though. Okay, you could probably go for a Spirit Siphon build all the way now. Like 1% health, 20% slow, and then 20 reset time. Then again, the Crypt Swarm cooldown is really nice for farming. Okay, what else do we have? Formation time reduced on the kinetic fields. Slow per strike duration increased. Okay. Okay, a lot more slow on the Thunderstrike. Doom is getting dumber. Sure. Bonus gold reduced. So he's getting some financial setbacks and also some mental setbacks. Alright, what do you have going for you, Doom? At least get strong. Please tell me you got something. Okay, Scorched Earth. He gets hotter. Oh, he got something. Nice. He's hot. Dumb and hot. Duration increase. Yeah, Scorched Earth is just straight up amazing now compared to before. And Infernal Blade burn base damage is increased to 40. Doesn't sound too bad. Overall, probably actually a buff to Doom, because Scorched Earth is so big to play around. And the Infernal Blade also. Dragon Knight, stun duration is reduced on the stun by 0.25. And Dragon Blood heal regen is reduced. Wow, so level 4 is like level 3 before. Elder Dragon Form splash damage is reduced by 15%. Magic resistance is reduced by 20%. DPS on the fireball is down by 20. Damage debuff now lingers. Wow, they fucking shanked my boy Dragon Knight. Alright, Davian, I guess you had your anime, now fuck off. Cool. I guess the next season is not gonna be about him. Yeah, something like this is what they should have done to Brood, man. Look at this guy. To be fair, these are not really big nerfs. These are just a lot of different nerfs. But he got pretty shanked though. He got hit a lot of times with like minor impact nerfs. Yeah, I guess they sold enough. He already generated enough hats for them. Now fuck him. Bonus damage reduced on the marksmanship. Scepter split arrows no longer consume mana. That is a big buff. I've always found that to be stupid. That the Scepter used to cost mana on every arrow in the Aghanims. So basically when you split shot, you just ran out of mana immediately. But now you can actually use frost arrows while shooting with Aghanims. So pretty cool. Next season is not Dragon's Blood, it's Broodmother's Snare. Yeah. And the entire season is actually already released. It's just invisible and we can't see it. And not even a fucking episode of TrueSight can reveal that. Okay, what else do we have? Frost Arrow's bonus damage. We have Agi replaced with Gust Width. Okay. Wow, I think 2B is going to be interested in this one. The support Drow Ranger. Gust Width is actually pretty useful. CDR is changed with multi-shot waves. Okay. No CDR. I guess CDR doesn't stack anymore though, so that doesn't have to be horrible. If you go for an Arcane Blink, you still have the same. Free level 25 talent that you just have to pay for. Free. Earth Spirits, charge replenish time. Oh, they're trying to bring back Jerax. They always do, man. Ever since Jerax stopped playing. I guess he plays now, but you know, ever since he stopped competing. Level 10 talent, 60 damage replaced with +2 magnetized duration. 15 armor talent, or the 8 armor talent is replaced with 300 boulder smash push distance. Wow, kidnapping. Shaker gets 5 movement speed, and he gets 2 int and 0.3 int gain. 30 base damage increase. He has 80 Fissure damage talents as well. Pretty nice for both core and support Shaker. 7 armor is replaced with 50 aftershock damage. That's a lot stronger. And magic resistance is changed with 200 aftershock radius. Oh shit, dude. Oh, that's a scary one. Whoa. Level 25 Shaker sounds absolutely terrifying. Because keep in mind, he can activate it from far away along his fissure as well. Yeah, those shocks are gonna be terrifying. Echo Stomp damage reduced. Okay. Duration is increased on the spirit. Sure. Pretty unexciting. Searing Chains, damage per second rescaled. Okay. And absorb amount increased from 80 to 500, 110 to 500. Okay, that's gonna tank. So like Static Remnant, if you're against Storm Spirit, doesn't immediately trigger it. Yeah, also going up to 240 on level 2 means that you can already absorb a level 3 nuke. You know, most level 3 nukes have 225 damage. So some interesting things here. Because 220 would not absorb it. You would like absorb it, but you would lose the Flame Guard. Now you can keep the Flame Guard. Aghanim Scepter maximum travel distance is reduced. Okay. 500. And +1 Searing Chains target. Huh. I mean, quite rare that you want that over 8% spell amp though. I think you just end up taking Sleight of Fist damage most of the time. I guess it can be useful against some things. Like, maybe you'll take it to try and help against PLs or something, but... I'm not sure. Enchant range is reduced. Less magic resistance and more damage. And less healing. Multiple instances no longer stack on the Midnight Pulse. Scepter now deals 5% bonus pure damage instead of the current level of Midnight Pulse. Okay. 5% bonus pure damage. Okay. Eidolon health replaced with Eidolon attack speed. Wow. That's pretty nice. Cooldown reduction is replaced with Malphite damage per instance. Okay. I think this is overall... Overall probably a buff still. Because, yeah, losing your CDR kind of stinks. But attack speed on Eidolons is really good. Really, really good. And yeah, the Scepter Black Hole is slightly nerfed, but also, yeah, it nerfs the Refresher build as well. It does hurt the Refresher Enigma build, not being able to put down 2 Midnight Pulses and just insta-kill everything. But overall, this Eidolon thing is a pretty big sleeper change there. Chronosphere cooldowns reduced from 160 to 160, 150, 140. Time dilation damage per second increase, or plus 0.5 time walk backtracked time. Nice. So you can have 2.5 seconds of damage that you can get rid of. And then you have a CDR talent on the time walk on 15. Or you can take the slow talent per cooldown. And on 20 you get plus 120 attack speed in Chronosphere instead of 40 attack speed always. Oh, this is a little bit like the Arc Warden change where he got minus, you know, he had 40 attack speed, now he has 40 attack speed in Magnetic Field. Like, that obviously sucks for him. That was a big nerf. But here you get 3 times the attack speed in Chronosphere, as opposed to having it all the time. That is a lot of attack speed. That's a lot of attack speed. The kill potential is really good. The farm speed is gonna, you know, suffer though. Yeah, I mean, attack speed in Chrono is really good though. I think this is a big buff, actually. I think it's a big buff, because farming you can, like, you can play in a way that you can get by in farming, but this kill potential here is huge. Yeah, always, yeah, you can put down the Chrono and farm, guys. Stack the Ancients a few times, buy a Battle Fury, Chrono that shit, and you'll farm it so fast, guys. Don't tell anyone that I said to do it. Damage increment per hit increased from 16 to 40 to 18 to 45. Inkswell duration increased by 1 second. Okay. So 1 more second duration. That gives it more chance to build up max stun, but on the other hand, it's also going to be slower to trigger. Wow. Can't tell if it's a buff or a nerf. Yeah, missed the last change. Well, he doesn't have the time walk cooldown here. He has time walk damage. It's quite a bit of damage, but since it's on the same talent as the attack speed, there's not huge ways to benefit from it other than building a whole lot of attack speed. But I think I would rather build a decent amount of procs and farm speed like Maelstrom, and then rely on the attack speed in the Chronosphere. So the last talent, I didn't read it because I don't find it that interesting. But yeah, this Inkswell is interesting. It's like better and worse, because now it's going to be hard to combo. Like, how do you combo in the lane when the Inkswell needs 4 seconds to set off? Very often your combo was like put Inkswell, stun someone, and then they get chain stunned. But now, even if you do it like that, the enemy are going to have time to react after your lane partner stuns for you. So in one way it's a nerf, but on the other hand you can get more damage and more stun out of it more reliably. So it's interesting. It's interesting for sure. We'll see how it plays out. 0.3 Agi reduce on Jakiro. He gets smarter though. Homing Missile reworked the Shard. Homing Missile now constantly fires 700 radius rocket barrage starting 1 second after casting. Okay, so along the homing missile. Oh. The rocket barrage prioritizes the homing missile's target. So you don't want to run away from it because it's going to keep casting rocket barrage on you. It's 700 radius. Fuck, so they are bringing back the old mechanic of wanting to run into the homing missile. I was actually talking about this with Tubi on stream recently, how I miss when you had to make the choice of turning around and running into the rocket. Because it's 700 radius and prioritizing the target. That could be a lot of damage. So you probably want to run in and tank the missile early to not have that happen. But yeah, this is gonna bring a new playstyle of Gyrocopter completely. This is a huge rework. Range is reduced on a flak cannon. Cooldown has less cooldown as well, so more caster build, which we see here could be really good. And what happens to his talent though? The attack damage is replaced by flak cannon range. Wow, that's kind of sad to take so early. You don't really benefit from 300 range early on, but you might want it later on. So it might be one of those talents you skip and then maybe take it, or you just take the health. But you could skip it until like, you know, level 16, I guess, if you want. Minus cooldown. The cooldown is changed to flak cannon attacks. Like, that's very likely for a carry build, but homing missile stun duration, yeah. I'm interested in the caster build here. The 3 homing missiles charges is replaced with 6 flak cannon cooldown. What the fuck is this? Level 25, talent global cooldown replaced with airstrike causes cooldown to be a vector targeted and fires 3 cooldown attacks in a vector direction, 500 range and 0.75 seconds from each other. Secondary cooldowns deal 50% damage. So you call a fucking airstrike down? Ew, that's nasty. I'm very interested in Caster Gyro now. Very interested, I must say. Yeah, I actually want to see it. To the lab, I think. To the lab, my friends. Let's see. How much freedom are they packing into this level 25 talent? I want to see. The fuck? Okay. I see. So... the fuck, dude?
Yes, sir.
It's just fucking nuclear war going on here. Okay, let's try out the shard as well. Let's bring our usual suspect here, the axe. Axe, I will give you brown boots. Now, run away, you fuck. It's coming! That's fucking funny, man. Okay, I might have to play this, dude. This seems fucking hilarious. Seeing someone die to that would be fucking hilarious, man. And I think a lot of people are gonna die to this. This seems strong.
I dare you to
I mean, best part is if they actually get away a little bit, and you use it to farm a little bit on the way. Oh, it does not shoot into Fog of War. Good to know. You don't get vision on the enemy, and it does not rocket barrage while they're in Fog of War. So, a little bit weaker than I first imagined, actually. But it's fine. All you need to do is get yourself a Fey Grenade. And then, when you do this, you also throw an attack on them. And even if they... fuck, I can't blink with them. Even if they get into Fog of War, they're not in Fog of War. Okay, let me see if I can do this. Fuck, I can't refresh the neutral item. It has a set cooldown. It hasn't... can I refresh it? I can! Okay. Fantastic.
Here goes nothing.
Yeah, he can't even blink. But... there we go. Now it shoots him in Fog of War. The Fey Grenade.
The fire of war is set.
That's very interesting. Very interesting, actually. I like those changes to Gyro a lot. 10 movement speed reduction on Hoodwink. Damage is now dealt over time on a 0.3 interval for the duration of the debuff. Damage stops if the hero is released. Okay. Could be a nerf if people actually cut you down, but most of the time it's going to be a buff since it's going to keep cancelling Blink Dagger till the very end. Decoy now throws a lesser bushwhack towards the target that attacked the illusion and spawns a tree in its location. Cooldown 25 seconds and stun duration increased to 2 seconds. Now the decoy might actually be useful. A lot lower cooldown and twice the stun duration. Makes it a little bit interesting. Hunter's Boomerang can now be ground targeted. I have no idea why it wasn't at first. The first time I bought it, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do some skill shots. And then I was like, oh, it's point and click. Yep, this makes a lot of sense. It should be ground targeted. Scurry duration talent on level 10, and then Acorn Shot bounces on level 15. Still not really enough to bring back any form of like carry build on Hoodwink. The shot bounces. She was nerfed quite hard as a carry, but Spellcaster, very interesting. 295, so 5 movement speed on the Huskar. The Shard no longer reduces healing by 50%. Shard now deals, or heals Huskar for 50% of damage dealt to heroes and 10% of damage dealt to creeps. Okay. So he can pop healing by activating this shit. That's annoying. Inner Fire Duration talent on level 10 and Life Break Slow Duration on level 10 as well. At least he doesn't have damage talent. It's kind of good. Level 25 spell Lifesteal replaced with 16% life break damage. Shit, man, he hurts. Okay, let's see Invoker. 5 less movement speed. Lift duration is rescaled from 0.8 to 2.9, 0.85 to 2.6. Okay, Tornado lasts a lot shorter. The main damage is rescaled from 57.5 to 180, 52.185. Pretty minor changes. Burn damage is also slightly rescaled, stronger on max level, weaker on lower. Sure. Damage reduced on the Deafening Blasts by 20. Knockback reduced. Okay, 0.4 seconds less disarm, I guess, is does something. Or wait, is it the disarm as well? No, the disarm is separate. Yeah, the disarm is still its full. It's just the knockback itself. Holy shit, it's actually a 6.5 second disarm on max level. It's so insane. Forge Spirit Armor Reduction talent on level 15. So they removed the Ice Wall damage talent again. And then Forge Spirit Armor Reduction talent is replaced with 2.5x Cross Wex Exort passive bonuses. Okay. Wow. I mean, I guess that's kind of innovative, but it also feels kind of boring to me. Okay. Yeah, right-click Invoker. I mean, also just the speed at which you could heal if you go cross, or how rapid you're gonna get just by switching to Wexort or Wex. It's not too interesting, or not too useless, but I also find it not that interesting from a gameplay standpoint. Max tether distance increased, heal amp is increased, 1.3 times the healing. Oh, Jakiro getting cast point improvements. What is this? 0.2 seconds faster cast on the dual breath. Burn damage is increased on the liquid fire by 6 damage per second. And cooldown is increased on his ulti, but still the same on max level. Okay, Jakiro getting some love. I mean, the dual breath cast point was... it's pretty awful and the most annoying part about playing the hero, so this is gonna feel a lot better. It's almost twice as fast now. Blade Fury damage increased from 85 to 160, 90 to 165. Heal Word is a little bit slower, and Blade Fury Radius talent. I like. Big whirlwind. Caudle is the base armor +1 hero. I was wondering when we were gonna see one. Okay, channel time rescaled from 2 to 4.1 to 3 seconds on Illuminate. Sure. And Chakra Magic is cooldown reduced. 12-second cooldown. Okay. Pretty nice buffs for Caudle. Super tanky now. Too much armor. Ghost Ship Fleet interval increased. That's a buff, because you want more time between the ships coming in. Keeps the rum buff alive longer as well. Move speed slow rescaled from 35 to 40% on max level. Okay, so level 1 torrent doesn't destroy you so hard, but Tidebringer cleave percentage reduced from 165 to 150. Bonus damage is increased. Oh, okay, so you get more damage. Yep, Kunkka with Silver Edge, dude. Sounds scary still, because Silver Edge is a guaranteed crit, and now you increase the bonus damage, which you can crit on. So you have, what was it, 160 damage on the Silver Edge, and then 160 crit, I think. And then you have 120 damage on top of this. So you're just adding a lot of damage and making a pretty strong crit out of a 160%er. Scary. Fixed the AoE not working on self-cast. Very good. Dual cast range talent on level 10. Oh shit. Okay. Etherlens Legion. Time to duel. I actually did play Etherlens Legion a little bit, so I already know exactly what 200 dual cast range is going to feel like. But I imagine having Legion with Etherlens and dual cast range is going to be insane for catching people, if you ever want to go down that route. Could be very useful, especially for support legions. And overwhelming odds radius increase. Okay. And attack speed is replaced with 40 press the attack speed, or 40 press the attack HP region. It's a stronger healer. Kind of buffing the support legion again with all these changes, to be honest. Double Edict now deals pure damage. No longer deals bonus damage to towers. Damage per explosion is down, but pure damage means that it's going to be very effective at killing off Timbersaws or high armor heroes. He has a regen talent instead of armor, and his magic resistance is replaced with Lightning Storm, can bounce twice on units only after there's no jumps left. Only after there's no more jumps left. Oh, so like it jumps all the way and then jumps all the way back, or what? I mean, Edict's pure damage fucking terrifies me. But on the other hand, it's pure damage, so doesn't that have anti-synergy with Leshrac though? Because
Come on, you whippersnapper.
like this increases magic damage. Yeah. I guess it's pure damage so that it works. Ah, sure. Yeah. It's not anti-synergy. It's actually better synergy because it used to be physical, so you couldn't edict during your aghanims. Now you can because it's pure. Sure. It just doesn't get buffed by your aghanims. That's fair. It is probably spell damage, but worded differently. No, I don't think so. I think it's exactly as they are writing it here. We are almost 1.5 hours into stream and about half the way through the patch here, so I gotta drink my Capri Sun a little bit. I gotta recharge, man. It's a lot of patch notes. So good. Okay, let's see, where were we? Lich mana cost is reduced on the Frost Blast, only slightly, 5 less on every level. Sinister Gaze cast range increased to 600. Okay. Mana cost is reduced as well to 80. And Scepter also lets you cast your other abilities while channeling Sinister Gaze. Oh boy! Wow, I wasn't too excited at first. I was like, okay, a little bit more cast range, but holy shit! This ability just got a lot better. Chain Frost initial projectile speed increased from 850 to 1050. Okay, dude. So you can run up on someone, put down the Sinister Gaze, immediately slap down your prism that you have from the shard, and then throw your ulti while still sucking them. Okay, I'm down, man. Lich players should be very happy about this patch. Very happy. Pretty exciting stuff. Pretty exciting stuff if you're a Lich. Okay, let's go to Lifestealer. Movement speed is reduced by 5. Can no longer target undying zombies with his infest. Mana cost is reduced. Scepter now also applies disarm to the enemy. Scepter now also deals damage immediately after infesting. Yeah, the Scepter is not an item that I've seen it like once or twice since its inception, and it's really not that impressive. But the fact that it disarms, this makes it a lot better. Makes it a lot better for sure. And now he has rage movement speed bonus of 10%. Okay. Overall not too exciting changes for Lifestealer. But the Scepter might see some play. Like disarming with the Scepter Infest is pretty evil. Base attack damage is increased on Lina. Oh god. Attack speed bonus per stack is reduced by 10% per stack of Fire Soul. Okay. I'm okay with that, I think. I'm okay with that. Fire Soul still scares me though. That is a strong ability. Armor is reduced by 1 on Lion. Travel distance reduced from 900 to 850. Cast range is unchanged. Only the bonus length is reduced. Finger of Death, Scepter damage is reduced. And talents, he now has a 60 damage talent. Just straight up nerfed. None of the nerfs are really that bad though, to be honest. 75 less damage on level 3 Scepter ulti is not really a big deal. Lone Druid fixed shard granting 40 attack speed to allies instead of 60. Attack speed increased from 15 to 60 to 16 to 70 on the Spirit Link. Entangled chances increased from 20% to 30% in true form. Affects only the Lone Druid. And Demolish bonus damage is increased from 10, 20, 30, 40 to 15 to 60% only on Lone Druid. Okay, okay. Some good buffs for Lone Druid there. Bulldog can be smiling over there somewhere. Lucent Beam cooldown is increased from 6 to scaling, and Shard Glaive's acquisition range is reduced. Yeah, the Shard was really strong on Carry Luna. I think that's probably smart. And level 1 value point beam was also pretty good for Carry Luna, so I like this. Forces you to scale up the Lucent Beam. Moonglaive's damage reduction percentage increased 50 to 32, 56 to 38. Quite a lot weaker. I mean, I've named Luna as basically one of the strongest heroes of the patch after Broodmother. Like, probably the strongest hero of the patch after Broodmother. So she should be getting some pretty big changes. She then has level 10, 15 attack speed replaced with 8% Moonglaive's damage reduction. Oh, okay. So the glaives can be stronger than they were before, just slightly. And then you have movement speed replaced with Eclipse cooldown. All stats replaced with Global Lunar Blessing. Huh. I mean, it's not bad, but on the other hand, it's level 20 Global Talent. Is that good at all? Kinda, but you do a lot of 5-manning when you're hitting that stage of the game. And it's only going to hit allied heroes, I imagine. So, yeah. I don't think it's so strong. And then, okay, Lunar Blessing damage talent as well, instead of lifesteal. 30% lifesteal, you definitely wanted that instead as a carry. 30% lifesteal is like huge. It was the best, you know, the best... Well, one of the best level 25 talents out of popular carry heroes, just by how extremely sustainable you would be. Yeah, this is interesting. Definitely interesting. One thing to keep in mind is that the global Lunar Blessing gives your teammates the bonus night vision, I guess. Or does it? I guess it doesn't. Because it's only for Luna that yeah, I guess that's not gonna work. The blessing only gives you damage. It doesn't give you night vision. No, there's not. I guess it's just damage. It's not even that much damage. I don't know. The talent doesn't feel good to me. I think people still will take the Lucent Beam, and you might want to Aghanim still, especially with the CDR talent for Eclipse. Alright, next. Lycan. Shard Wolves now have low attack priority, will only acquire enemy aggro if they are the only unit in aggro range. Shard Wolves now can cripple towers, does not affect regular wolves. Okay. Crippling the towers, scary. Howl duration is increased, the cooldown is decreased as well, or at least on high level. And level 10 talent, you have Summon Wolves damage. Okay, I wonder if this will work on the Shard though, because previously your bonuses on Lycan didn't work on your Shard Wolves while it worked on your ordinary Wolves. So will this increase the damage on my Shard Wolves or not, I wonder? Because previous bonuses on Lycan did not work on the Shard Wolves, which was kind of weird. Because they were not like considered your units technically. But I guess it will, and then the Shard is a little bit better. CDR replaced with minus cooldown on Shapeshift. Sure, fair enough. Alright, Magnus. I've had a lot of fun playing Magnus lately. What happens to him? Damage increased on the Skewer, making it 10 stronger per level. And 5-second CDR, or 5-second duration increase. Reduction. Fucking hell, dude. 1.5 hour of patch reading. 5-second duration reduction on the Empower. And level 10 talent, the damage is replaced with plus 10 seconds on the Empower duration. Okay. So that's kind of taking away from the right-click, like, carry-style Magnus mid. That is, I would say, definitely the most normal way to play Magnus mid. And again, this is incentivizing slightly going for the spellcaster build. Just that, you know, slight bit of skewer damage and the fact that you don't have damage talent anymore. Yeah, I'm probably still gonna play Magnus quite a bit in the new patch. Better for teammates. Yeah, he can be a better simp for his teammates. Yeah, the skewer damage is quite high. Spear of Mars cooldown is decreased to 11 seconds, and Arena of Blood, the cooldown is increased to 90 seconds on all levels. So no 60-second cooldown arenas. Wow. Pretty big nerf to the ulti, but having 3-second lower cooldown on the spear is also a big deal. God's Rebuke slow talent and Bulwark movement speed penalty. Okay. So you can more easily be in Bulwark. Huh. Interesting talent. God's Rebuke slow is pretty good, I guess, because that's gonna make it very easy to land your spears if you just bonk them, and then they're gonna be slowed for long enough that you can easily spear them. And then spear bonus damage talent on 15, and instead of having spear damage on 20, he has more damage reduction on Bulwark. Cool. Wow, that's a lot of damage reduction from the frontman. He's gonna take nothing. Medusa, jump radius on the Mystic Snake is reduced. Damage per mana reduced from 1.6 to 2.5 to 1.3 to 2.5. Yeah, but maxing mana shield is nice anyway nowadays, because you get bonus mana for doing so. So I don't feel like that hurts Medusa very badly. I guess the 25 bounce radius is gonna have a bigger impact than the mana shield change, in my opinion. Meepo! Strength gain is reduced. Agi gain is reduced. Damage reduced from 60 to 120 to 45 to 90, but it's pure damage. 90 pure damage is a lot nicer than 120 normal damage if you're fighting heroes, but for farming it's a little bit worse. It does help his farming ancients. Divided We Stand, reworked Shard. Divided We Stand can be cast from any meepo as long as there's another meepo within 300 radius, causing the nearby meepo to fling you towards a target within 900 range, dealing 100 damage and slowing the target's movement speed by 50%. Cooldown 18, 16, 14. Each meepo has its own independent cooldown. We need to go to the lab. I need to see this. This sounds like the fucking clowniest shit ever. This we need to try. So this is the shard, right? Yeet!
Prepare for battle.
Still bright out here.
Okay.
Like your style. If you say so. Like it. Hey, why not?
Alright, there's no like counter yeet.
Yep.
I had to try if there's a counter yeet.
It's not time yet. What you have in mind?
So you jump someone and they get slowed.
Yep.
That's a pretty nasty slow, man. Slowing their movement speed by 50%. I mean, that's an annoying slow. You're definitely gonna get ensnared after it. Dude, this is a strong change from Meepo. Like, I don't know if... I used to be a Meepo player. I used to play him a lot. When he came out, I played him a bunch, and I played him in Dota 1 quite a bit. This change is really, really powerful. Because there's a lot of things you can do. If you're fighting someone, and you find that you're in a rare scenario where you're actually losing that fight, you can yeet yourself away, and then poof away with the last one. So you actually have an out even if you blink Initiator on something that was, you know, too much for you to handle. So it can work as a defensive tool, while obviously also working as an aggressive tool. So this is going to be a poor man's Blink Dagger, meaning you don't need to have Blink Dagger in your inventory, which means you don't have to waste an inventory slot on Blink if you don't want to, which means you can go more stat heavy builds, which is what meeples always want to do. Yeah, this is pretty nasty.
Got dirt between my toes.
Pretty nasty, I would say.
My hero dies.
Can you dig it?
You need to put the Lotus on Axe and then use the Meepo Shard. I already did that. I think it's hotfixed. Does the Lotus slow the Meepo? I didn't see, but I don't think it matters. I don't think there's many situations where that would ever matter, because the moment you jump in, you're gonna Earthbind the target or jump in with more Meepos. Anyway, that's a really strong shard compared to the old shard from Meepo. This is way stronger, like 1,000,000 times stronger. The old one was really, really bad. And then it has a poof damage count nerf, but it's got pure damage now, so it's honestly not even a nerf. It's a buff. Marana max stun is reduced from 3.5 to 5 to 3.2 to 5, and vision is reduced. She has an arrow cooldown on level 10, leap distance on level 10. The minus arrow cooldown talent is replaced with Moonlight Shadow, gives 20% evasion. Evasion is always active during Moonlight Shadow, even if the units are visible. Wow, that's strong. That's a really good talent. Like, you just pop Moonlight Shadow during the fight, and that's 20% evasion on your entire team at all times. And then you have Moonlight Shadow cooldown talent on 20 now, so you can have it more often, more early on. And then there's a Starstorm damage talent on max. Yeah, that I mean, it's not just good against Troll. Like, literally anything that right-clicks this evasion is going to be annoying. 20% evasion on the entire team. Imagine this paired up with heroes who already have some innate evasion, like Hoodwink standing in a tree line. Or something like that. It's going to be very hard to hit. Cast point is decreased from 0.3 to 0.1. Travel speed is increased. Okay. Lifesteal is increased up to 70, and Mischief is reworked. Reworked Shard now reduces Mischief cooldown to 8 seconds, increases the invulnerability time to 0.5, and disjoints projectiles on transfer. Oh shit, dude. Mischief is no longer reduces your move speed below your current one. What? Okay, dude. I mean, I know a lot of monkey players who are gonna pop off now, dude. So you get basically the shard for free because you get the cast point decrease on Tree Dance. Fuck, I right-clicked, which you're not supposed to do. Dota doesn't like right-clicks in the patch notes. Yeah, I mean, Thompson is gonna have a field day with this. This is pretty wild, because you're basically getting the old shard for free, almost, and the new Mischief is crazy good. Like, 0.5 seconds invulnerability time and disjointing projectiles on transformation. You don't have to be very good to make insane use of this, guys. You just need to press your Mischief every now and then in a team fight, and you're going to be dodging a lot of incoming damage. Yeah, this is really, really strong. And you cannot reduce your movement speed below your current one. So, yeah, Mischiefing is not even gonna penalize you. And what do you have for talent changes? You have attack speed replaced with Boundless Strike Stun, and then Boundless Strike Crit is replaced with +2 Jingu Mastery charges. Okay. Sure. Interesting. Interesting, but yeah, definitely Monkey King is a lot stronger now. Mana cost is reduced on the waveform, base damage is reduced on the adaptive strike, Replicate no longer steals shard or scepter abilities if Morphling doesn't have a shard or a scepter. That seems pretty fair. I mean, you could argue that he should not get those. Sure. Sure. So one nerf, one buff to Morphling, and then this, which I consider to be long overdue. Agi gain reduced on the Naga. Rework the shard. Now makes Song of the Siren heal allies for 5% of max HP per second. Okay, so she doesn't have the offensive like proc on Riptide, slow, and minus armor, but 5% heal for just 1400 gold. 5% heal on every second of Song is really, really not bad. Damage is increased on the Riptide by a lot, 15 more damage. Okay. 9% mirror image damage is increased to, or changed to 8 agility. 10 agility is changed to 13% mirror image damage. Oh boy. Naga is getting some buffs, boys. Strength is changed to 15 strength. And minus 30 Song of the Siren replaced with plus 10% Riptide chance. And wow. Wow. Pretty big buffs to Naga. Yeah. Can see myself playing some Naga, dude. Yeah, exactly. This is a pretty huge heal in a team fight. If you pop this Song, you can just turn around really hard. And it's so cheap. That used to be an Aghanims, by the way. That also used to be an Aghanim Scepter for Naga to heal her team with Song. Now she gets it on a shard. Always scary when you see something that used to be worth like 4,200 golds get put into a 1,400 gold slot, even if it's slightly nerfed from then, you know. It's still definitely a little bit of a red flag that might be a really strong shard. So Nature's Prophet, base mana regen is increased. Fixed multiple instances where destroying shard sprout trees would spawn greater treants. And vision range is reduced, so less scouting with the sprout. Treant base HP regen is reduced. I don't think that matters much. Wrath of Nature damage per kill is increased from 4, 5, 6 to 6. Okay. Level 1 ulti sounds a lot more scary now then. 20% CDR is changed to 75% mischance for sprouted units. Wow. Mischance for sprouted units. Interesting. I mean, wow. 75%? What? Okay. That's pretty strong. Pretty strong. Okay, Necrophos, strength gain reduced from 2.6 to 2.3. Damage increase on the death pulse from 1 to 250, 1 to 280. Heal from 60, 120, 60, 135. Sure. Self-restoration amplification is reduced from 75 to 45 to 75. So now you gotta put more points into Ghost Shroud early. I mean, you're not gonna do that though, so you're just not gonna heal as much early on. Damage talent is changed to plus 100 Reaper Scythe cast range. That's very useful though. That's a pretty useful talent. Damage increased on Night Stalker. Cooldown is increased on his Dark Ascension by just 10 per level. Or 10 on every level, I should say. Armor is replaced with Duration for Dark Ascension. Then he has Dark Ascension damage. And then he has Strength. I like that you can more quickly go into Dark Ascension talents. And I like how 3 of your talent branches has Dark Ascension talents now. You got the Duration, the damage, and then the CDR. And you could even go Crippling Fear cooldown on the middle one, or on level 20. And you're just going to be utilizing the Knight a lot. What does it mean by base damage? So base damage in Dota is the base damage output you have before you add bonuses. And there's a difference in bonus damage and base, is that base damage can be used for stuff like Empower or other percentage-based damage increases. So if you have 100 base damage and you get Empowered, you're gonna get, increased based on that. But if you have 40 damage and bonus 60 damage, you're only gonna get bonus to your 40, if that makes sense. So base damage is always more valuable than bonus damage, as it will scale in different ways. Yeah, there's also the fact that illusions use base damage. Illusions do not get anything from bonus damage. So there's a lot of things. Anyway, moving on. Nyx Assassin, base strength is reduced by 1, his agi is reduced by 1, and base regen is reduced by 0.5. HP and mana regeneration reduced in the burrow. Okay, some nerfs to Nyx. Nyx, again, also one of the strongest heroes of the current patch. Not surprised to see him get some nerfs. Pretty small nerfs, though. Some base stats and then 0.5% less regen in the burrow. I think targeting the Aghanims was a good choice, though. Yeah, I think so. Ogre Magi strength gain is reduced from 3.5 to 3.3. Shard Fireshield no longer procs on creep attacks. Yeah, it shouldn't. That's kind of stupid that it did. Fireshield fixed recasting Fireshield on an ally, not replenishing its charges. Oh wow, I didn't even know about that. Fire Blast damage increased from 60 to 40, 70 to 50. Unrefined Fire Blast's mana cost is increased from 30 to 35%. And mana cost is reduced on low levels of Ignite, but same on max level. And Bloodlust changed to 25. Sure. Some interesting changes to that Ogre. More damage on the Fire Blast though. Feels pretty good. You can ding 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 people harder. Strength is reduced on the Omni Knight, getting a little bit weaker. Both strength, base strength and strength gain. He's got 0.2 more agi per level. Heavenly Grace strength is increased from 8 to 32, 8 to 38. It's quite a bit. Guardian Angel, 20-second lower cooldown. Okay, so GA is a lot better on max level now. Hammer of Purity no longer heals Omni Knight on attack. This is the Omni Knight Shard. Can no longer be cast on creeps. Now puts a debuff on enemy heroes, which reduce the hero's outgoing damage by 60% for 4 seconds. Mana cost increased from 20 to 40, and cooldown increased from 4 to 10. So his shard is now purely a brawler shard. Interesting. Yeah, that's a brawler shard. I mean, a lot worse. Yeah, 60% is a huge damage reduction. Like, that is an insanely large damage reduction. On the other hand, it only works on enemy heroes, and you cannot use it for farming or healing yourself. It's good. I think this is good for like offlane Omni or maybe +4 Omni, but it's definitely not as good for like a farming core style play. Yeah, it reduces all damage. Yeah, it's 60% damage reduction to all enemy outgoing damage. So if you slap someone with that, they're just not gonna do much. It's really, really big. Imagine hitting someone with a Mage Slayer on top of that. You would just completely kill their damage output. Lion ulti would do like, 20 damage. Like, yeah, here I am. Is it dispellable? Oh, I don't know. Doesn't say. It puts a debuff on them. Someone can test if it's dispellable if you want. I'm gonna try it now. Oracle also got bonus armor. More cooldown on Purifying Flames, but he gets duration reduction on his ulti as well. Okay, that's gonna make it harder for him to save people in combination. Arcane Orb now affects Roshan. Oh boy. We have another Rosh killer. Astral Imprisonment, fixed Astral Imprisonment debuff not displaying correctly. Grants an additional 5% mana capacity steal to Astral Imprisonment. Also allows allies to move at 40%. So what grants this? Are we talking Aghanims, or is it just passively granting this? Like, what's happening here? Is this the shard we're talking, or we're talking about the shard? Right. Grants. Okay, it's the shard. The intern fucked up. Yeah, I was about to say, like, is this just happening, or yeah, it's the shard. Okay. Allows allies to move at 40% movement speed during Astral Imprisonment. They are visible but untargetable and can't perform any other actions. Jesus. Wow, what a save. Yeah, when you cast it, it kind of looks like Shadow Realm. Interesting. Pretty good for saving then. Shield Crash now slows enemies for up to 40% for 3 seconds. Damage reduction per hero is increased. Okay, damage reduction duration is rescaled from 10 to... scaling up to 11. Wow. Cooldown's reduced. What the fuck? What kind of a buff is this? Shield Crash is just 100 times better than before. Jesus, man. It slows enemies out of nowhere for 3 seconds for 40%. Like, that's huge in itself. And then it also has longer damage reduction duration on max level. And the cooldown is also lower. It's 100% uptime. Okay. Yeah, I see. This is why then. So they have no slow on Lucky Shot, and armor reduction is increased from 3 to scaling up to 7. Okay. Well, people already do like a shield crash, at least 1 point shield crash early build from what I've seen from skilled Pango players. So this just makes it more reliable. I do like the idea of this because it's so fucking bullshit when you get lucky procced like 3 times and then what are you gonna do? So I like this change overall, even though it makes Pango more reliable and stronger overall perhaps. It's gonna remove some bullshit scenarios where you really shouldn't die and then you die to Pango. We've all been there. We've all been there against some fucking Pango player just proccing 5 times in a row. Slow duration is increased from 175 to 4 seconds to 2.2 to 4 seconds. Okay. +1 Phantom Strike duration. Sure. Sure. Yeah, you might take that with the Phantom Strike cast range talent. Just more quick stabs. Might want that. Stifling Dagger cooldown is also nice though. Aghanim Scepter cooldown is reduced from 60 to 20, and Aghanim Scepter also increases the max illusion count by 2. Okay. More illusions. Yeah, this might be good. But, I don't know. I think yeah, it might actually be good now. 40-second cooldown is quite low. You might get it off 2 times in a team fight. By 40, not 20? No, the cooldown is reduced from 60 to 40. So, yeah, sorry if I misspoke. It's reduced by 20. That's what I meant to say. But, yeah, this is maybe worth going for now as a PL. At least it's very nice to add later on when you start gear capping. Phoenix, you have dash length as scaling now. Max health as heal per second reduced. Wow, a lot less heal. 0.5% less. And radius is increased on the fire spits. Okay. Puck got base damage reduced by 1. Cooldown on phase shift is increased from 7.5 to 6 to 8 to 6.5. Ooh, no longer has an initial stun. It still cancels TPs since it leashes the target. Okay. So you can't stop stuff with the Dream Coil anymore. Other than the TP, I guess, and some other things. Attack damage replaced with 300 illusory orb distance. Yeah, overall some nerfs on the puck there. Meat Hook mana cost rescaled 125 to 140 is now 135 instead. Yeah, make it easy for Pudge players to remember. You gotta keep in mind, Pudge players make out like the biggest part of the Dota community and not necessarily the brightest, alright? So keep it simple in the numbers, I like it. 135. Instantly kills any non-ancient creep it hits. Oh god. See, when you word it like that, can I deny with my hook? Any non-ancient creep? Probably not, but you know, imagine Pudge sitting and pretending to be Enigma or Lich from Forgotten Days. Shard cast range on allies reduced to 400 to 300. I mean, wow. I'm amazed that the Pudge Shard did not get a bigger nerf then 100 less cast range on allies. That is a... Punch players dodged a fucking bullet not getting a bigger nerf, I gotta say. It's still one of the most broken saves in the entire game. But, yeah, okay. Let's see, what more do we have? Pugna no longer has a mana-reducing aura. Now additionally heals 2 hits whenever it triggers. Oh, the ward heals. Oh, it heals itself. Oh. Ooh, wait. That is so nasty. Oh, that's so nasty, dude. Especially with the extra hits to kill, because if people keep casting spells, you're just... Oh, that... Yeah, but we can go and demo that. That sounds annoying. Imagine you're trying to kill the Pugna ward, and then your fucking teammates are just casting spells right next to you. Okay, we're just creating axe this way today. So, you mean to tell me if I do this... Oh my god. This could take a long time to kill the ward. Yeah.
Oblivion comes.
Does this work? Oh, it doesn't do it anymore. So it also doesn't work on this, I guess. Oh wait. Wait a second.
Rest is for the dead.
Yeah, don't worry, team. I'm here. I'm helping. I'm fighting with you guys.
Yes.
Oh god. Oh yes. Keep fighting, Storm. Please stay alive and zipping for my word. Also, he took damage while zipping. Is that new? I don't think he used to take damage while jumping around. At least, not what I remember. I don't remember Storm taking damage when zipping around. This has to be new. He definitely didn't take damage before. I guess, Storm, get ready to get fucked by Pugna. It did. He did take damage before? I don't remember him doing that, because I don't remember anything doing damage to a Storm. Even if you're zipping around in the Pugna ward. Like, you would see the Pugna ward trigger, but I don't remember ever taking damage from it. Oh, it's only on the... Yeah, not in the zip. Oh, right. Only from the first cast. That makes sense. Yeah, maybe it was just the first cast. Fuck it, I'm not going back and testing it. Queen of Pain. Let's go on. Yeah, he got some Nether Blast. Cooldown buff. Okay, nice. Queen of Pain, base damage increased by 3. Nice. Shadow Strike now heals Queen of Pain for 10, 20, 30, 40 health on every tick. Heals 50% on creeps. Tick damage is reduced from 30, 50, 70, 90 to 20, 40, 60, 80. So only, 10 damage less on any given level, and it heals you. Wow. And what do we have on talents? 15 talents, 10% CDR replaced with +2 Shadow Strike damage instances. Same duration, ticks happen more often. And level 20 talent, 30% life steal replaced with +30 Scream of Pain damage. Wow, so you still have the AoE Shadow Strike, and you heal from it. Guys, my queen, my queen, it's coming. I'm gonna be playing queen in this patch. There's no fucking way I'm not. Holy shit. Now, 2 of my favorite heroes got really good changes. I guess it's gonna be a trade-off for the inevitable TA nerfs that we're gonna read. But Bounty Hunter and Queen both look really fun now. Razor now applies its armor reduction before applying its damage on Eye of the Storm. That's just gonna net quite a bit of more damage on the ulti. The health is replaced with Plasma Field damage talent, which is kind of nice because it hits twice, right? So it's not too bad. And the 8 armor is replaced with 6-second static link drain duration. Holy shit! That's like forever. The fuck? That's an everlasting static link right there. Alright, Damage increase from 25 100, 40 100 on the Blink Strike. Damage per attack is reduced from 50 to 40% on the Trickster trade. Scepter attack count is increased from 4 to 5. Sleep Dart cast range is reduced. Mana cost is also reduced. Okay. Rubik. Cooldown on the spell steal is reduced from 26, 20, and 14 to 20, 15, 10. Again, keep it simple. Very good. Projectile speed is increased. Oh, faster projectile on the spell steal. That's amazing. The amount of times I played Rubik and got irritated by the spell being so fucking slow to catch up with me when I steal it from the enemy. This is actually really nice. So now you actually pull the spell much quicker. Yeah, this makes a huge difference, I want to say. 10 talent Fade Bolt bonus hero damage is replaced with plus 10% Fade Bolt damage reduction. Okay. And 1500 base damage is replaced with minus 25% stolen spell cooldown. Wow. Okay, I mean, yeah, it's kind of shitting on the right-click Rubik, but honestly, even as a, you know, let's say creative player who likes to play different stuff, I didn't feel like right-click Rubik was very easy to pull off. You had to play against very specific heroes where you could get certain abilities to make that work, like Flak Cannon or something. So this sounds a lot nicer. But on the other hand, doesn't the minus 25% stolen spell cooldown work kind of sadly for you since CDR doesn't stack anymore? So if you intend to go for an Arcane Blink or an Octarine, this talent is straight up garbage. CDR does not stack at all, so if you buy Octarine, this talent does not exist anymore. So quite often you would probably want to go for a Telekinesis Lift Duration, which is a good talent in its own right, but yeah. I mean, it's a big buff to the poor Rubik who does not afford to get these big items. If you are a pos 5 Rubik, you're probably pretty happy, because your impact is going to be much bigger now, with 10% damage reduction on Fade Bolt and 25% CDR on your stolen spells, and getting the spells quicker. Yeah, position 5 is going to be buffed quite a bit. Less strength on the Sand King. So many heroes just getting weaker, man. A bunch of heroes getting 0.3 less strength gain. The Shard now also grants plus 20 damage per pulse on the Epicenter. Oh, now the Shard is looking interesting. Plus 20 damage on the Epicenter pulse is replaced with plus 20 Sandstorm DPS on level 10. Wow, Sandstorm is also going to be really strong then. Sandstorm DPS is replaced with Sandstorm Radius on 15. And Caustic Finale 120 damage. What? 120 bonus Caustic Finale damage? Jesus. That's a lot. That's a lot, man. Interesting. Interesting changes to Sand King, but this Sandstorm is going to be huge, by the way. It's going to be huge and dealing a lot of damage. The cast range is increased on Disruption. The stack damage is rescaled from 20 to 65 to 24 to 60. And Soulcatcher now temporarily gives Shadow Demon 5 to 11% spell amp for each hero debuffed. Oh my god! What? So you like stack the poison on the enemy, wait for him to clump up a little bit, pop the Soulcatcher, and then you like, do the fist pump. Like, fucking got him. I like that. That sounds fun to play. I like how you're not gonna immediately want to release on 5 anymore. Instead, you're gonna want to get that good Soul Catcher as well to get really good damage. Temporarily, it says. How temporarily? Oh, it's 10 seconds? I guess if it's the same duration as the buff, is it 10 seconds then? That's pretty strong. I mean, even just using it on a single hero, getting 11% spell amp on a single hero, that's stronger than, you know, a lot of talents. There's not a lot of spell amp talents that are competing with that, so that is almost the value of a level 20 talent, or maybe even 25 talent, you could argue, just from this. Very strong. Shadow Fiend reworked Shard for Necromastery. Necromastery is now an attack modifier that consumes 1 soul, granting your next attack 170% crit with a 3-second cooldown. Additionally, enemies killed grant an extra soul. Consume 1 soul and grant your next... Okay. That's interesting. And then you get more souls for it. Huh. How do you just put 1 more soul in a creature, man? How are there 2 souls in there? Strange mechanic. Yeah, a little bit of a right-clicky SF build seems to be incentivized though. Slow is rescaled on the Requiem of Souls, so 30% slow on max. Overall a buff, and more attack speed talent. His spell amp is also buffed. His movement speed is replaced with Shadow Raise damage. Okay. 80 Shadow Raise damage on level 15. And his Shadow Raise damage talent is replaced with plus 0.3 Requiem Fear slow per line. So maximum is from 2.4 to 3.3. Jesus, man. Fuck, I right-clicked. God damn it, dude. Sounds scary. And then CDR talent is replaced with minus 40-second Requiem of Souls cooldown. Oh, and fixed cooldown reductions work with CDR. So Arcane Blink is gonna work with this CDR. Right? The way I understand it. Wow, that sounds pretty disgusting. So what's gonna be the cooldown? I'm curious now. I'm curious, what's gonna be the cooldown if you have Arcane Blink on SF and he has all the talents? So if you normally have 100-second cooldown, you can go down, take 60-second cooldown, and then you can take this and have an amazing 42-second cooldown. Very impressive when there's literally nothing going on. Hey, what we hear. So this is... We can pop this like this. Yeah, it has a little visual too. It changes your auto attack. Looks different. Can you orb walk with this? You can fucking orb walk with this! I fucking knew it. Oh god, dude. I mean, it's not super like relevant because you need to get the shard first, but it still matters. It's still relevant, actually. There are times when it will be useful. Yeah, it's not lane impactful, but there are definitely times when you want to tower dive and do not want to take the tower aggro.
The night sees all.
What is Orb Walking? Orb Walking is attacking enemies by using an orb effect and not taking aggro by doing so. So basically, you don't pull aggro for attacking the opponent. Okay, so yeah. Pretty strong, man. 42-second cooldown on Shadow Fiend ulti sounds terrifying. Shadow Shaman. Cooldown is down to 110. Up on level 1 though. Mana cost is decreased. Hex cooldown reduction on level 10. And shackle duration increase on level 15. Scepter Ward's attack range is increased as well. And then replaced with Hex breaks. Oh, he gets break? Kind of nice having access to break for Rasta. Gonna help him deal with bristlebacks and stuff like that. Not too bad. Check if you could autocast that on SF. I think it even said in the text that you could. I definitely think that you can. Strength gain is reduced on the silencer. Arcane Curse now deals double damage and slow when the target is silenced. Wow. Penalty duration reduced from 5 to 3 seconds. Okay, so very precise timing. And Arcane Curse damage talent exists on level 10. instead of 15, where we get the attack range. Permanent int per kill is replaced with slow. What? Where's my int per kill? They just took it away? They don't replace it? 100 attack range replaced with 400 health. Curse slow is 1.5 times last word int multiplier. That's kind of cool with the agonyms, by the way, the AoE silence. And then CDR is replaced with last word mute items. What the fuck? Last word mutes items. Oh, okay. Yo. Like, after it sets or immediately? I guess immediately? Fuck, I need to test this. This could actually be really big. If it's immediately, that's... It has to be after it sets, right? There's no way it's immediately.
Onward.
Alright. Last word mutes. Yeah, Manta. Okay, yeah, you can still do this. But if she waits, and considering that what I'm also reacting to here is that you have a last word multiplier damage, you can go for this, which makes your last word an AoE ability that hits in a huge AoE. And if you hit the enemy with this, they cannot use their items if they don't get rid of the effect before they get silenced. 4.5 times your int, so losing some int doesn't hurt so bad for the last word, since you got 4.5.
With quickness.
Well, I guess it hurts, but like you get compensated, you get extra multiplier on it here. But not getting the bonus int per kill makes me sad, man. Yeah, you can force a lot of item usages, like BKBs and stuff. Like, imagine putting this on a carry. He doesn't fucking realize, doesn't use his BKB, and suddenly he's silenced and cannot use his items. And he's like, yo, what happened to me? And he cannot BKB, and you just kill him. Yeah, the support silencer, or even a mid silencer with agonyms. Like pos 4 silencer, maybe pos 3 silencer. Definitely gonna try mid silencer. 25 level 25 supports though. Yeah, but it's not just that, because early game you got massively buffed, and this is just one of the changes. This is just one of the changes that he got. The other change is also really nice. Like, look at this. Now deals double damage and slow when the target is silenced. That's huge. That's a massive change already. So this is not just about level 25. And you have Arcane Curse damage already on level 10. So if you max Arcane Curse and take this talent on level 10, you can do a bunch of damage. So you don't have to get to 25 for this build to work. Quite cool, quite cool. Skywrath. Base damage increased on the Arcane Bolt by 15 on level 1. So level 1 value point in Arcane Bolt is a lot stronger. A concussive shot movement slow is rescaled to always be 40. Okay. But then I might not do the value point anymore. Then I might max this. Mystic Flare duration is reduced to 2.2 seconds. It's kind of weird, because like, this change makes me think, oh yeah, 1 point value Arcane Bolt and max concussive, but then this change makes me want to max Arcane Bolt again. Fucking hell, man. Can I stop jumping around? Oh no, spoilers. Here we go. Slardar. Guardian Sprint cooldown is increased. Okay. Wow, that's a huge cooldown increase. Bonus movement speed is increased from 16 to 40 to 25 to 40. So he's a lot faster on level 1, but it's really long cooldown. Slithering Crush, damage is rescaled to up to 280. Okay. And -3 Guardian Sprint cooldown talent. Then he has HP regen replaced with Slithering Crush attack and move speed slow. Lifesteal is replaced with Slithering Crush damage. Overall, kind of nice buffs to Slardar. I mean, level 1 sprint, you just can't cast it twice though. You gotta be careful about that, but you're really fast when you use it. So 25 bonus movement speed is going to help you run people down a lot more. Yeah, the crush also is going to hurt. Slark self-damage from Dark Pact is reduced by 20%, so only 30%. And Shadow Dance cooldown reduced from 80 to 50 to 75 to 45. And then he has a Dark Pact cooldown talent, so even more slippery. His lifesteal is replaced with Shadow Dance attack speed, a bit like the Void Chronosphere attack speed. And the attack speed is replaced with Dark Pact damage. And Dark Pact damage is replaced with +1 agi per essence shift stack. I guess that works retroactively as well. If so, it's kind of nice. Pretty big buffs to Slark if that does work retroactively, which I think it does. Because Flesh Heap works that way at least. Strength gain is increased on Snap. Oh, she's the one taking everyone's strength. Mana cost is reduced on the Cookie. Burn damage is increased on Mortimer Kisses. Cooldown is reduced slightly. Well, more cooldown on level 1. Same on level 2 and 10 seconds less. Level 3. And she has a Scatter Blast slow duration talent. Pretty uninteresting changes for Snap. Sniperino. Shrapnel damage is increased. Level 1 is 25 damage and goes up to 70. Take aim no longer grants True Strike. Active self move speed slow is increased from 25 to 45 30 or 45 40 35 30. Active headshot chance is increased from 70 to 100%. Oh my god, the aim on this guy. 100% headshot. That sounds not irritating at all. Cooldown is reduced down to 14 seconds. Mana cost is reduced to 25. Duration is reduced to 3. Guess they never miss, huh? Knockback increased to 475. Self knockback is increased as well. And CDR is changed to +1 take aim duration. Max headshot and make Mask of Madness. Yeah, I mean attack speed builds are definitely gonna see a surge. We have Spectre Shard rework, causes Dispersion to fire a spectral dagger every 300 damage absorbed in the direction of the last source of damage. Holy what the fuck did I just read? Every 300 damage absorbed, it fires a dagger in the last direction of damage. Okay. Can fire a maximum of 1 dagger every 7 seconds. Oh, thank God. And only triggers off player-based damage within 700 range. Okay. That's. I was thinking like bristleback effect here, yo. I was like seeing spectral daggers flying every way. I was getting a little bit scared. Spectral dagger debuff is now dispellable. Wow. Okay. Shadow Step fix being able to target creep hero units. Less cooldown on the dagger on level 10 already, and then Spectral Dagger damage talent on level 15. I don't think it's so strong. Dispellable Spectral Dagger is probably the biggest change here, because that's a long duration slow otherwise that's been really annoying. Yeah, this is definitely a nerfed Spectre in my eyes, like for sure. Shadow Step can target creep heroes. The Spectral Dagger is dispellable. You have, no HP regen talent on level 10, which honestly I think was stronger than the CDR. You can't really pay for this mana anyway. And, the Spectral Dagger cooldown was probably better than the Spectral Dagger damage on level 15. So overall, I would say this is definitely a nerf. You need to remember 300 damage is nothing. Spectre takes team fights like a champ, also works on illusions. I don't think it works on illusions. There's no fucking way. And if it does, it will be fixed. It should 100% work on illusions. I definitely don't think so. But on top of that, 7-second cooldown, my bro. 7-second cooldown. Like, yeah, she takes the damage really easily, but 7-second cooldown. So I can say that's really long time. So if the enemy try and burst you, you're not gonna shoot out 1,000,000 daggers. You're gonna maybe shoot out one. You're probably gonna shoot out one. And I guess you could probably even have it Silver Edge dispelled, you know, because or broken, because you don't disperse anymore. So strength is reduced on Spirit Breaker by 2 and less gain. Charge of Darkness mana cost is increased. Scepter no longer grants movement speed. Scepter now pierces spell immunity and reduces the cast point to 0.1. Wow, fast charge. Greater Bash now deals 1.5 times damage to creeps. The Slardar treatment. Yep. HP regen is replaced with Bulldoze cooldown. Bulldoze cooldown is replaced with 200 movement speed during Charge of Darkness. Greater Bash is increased with chance instead on 20. And the chance is the damage instead of 25. Huh. This is weird. I want to say overall buffs for sure. Like, you farm faster, and while the Scepter doesn't give you 175 movement speed anymore, it does give you like immediate cast point almost, and you can pierce BKB with the cast. And then you have Bulldoze cooldown on level 10, which I imagine, or not level 10, on level 15, which is really strong, because Bulldoze is a very strong ability. And more bash chance early. I want to say this is probably a buff overall. Storm damage is increased on the Static Remnants from 120. Oh, okay, I see. More damage. The whole Flame Guard interaction. 120, 178. Yeah, okay, 240. 240. So he does exactly enough damage with level 3 Static Remnant to kill a level 2 Flame Guard from Ember now. Interesting. Okay, so they want to keep that matchup balanced around each other. I like how they're actually targeting, like this is intentional, that the Static Remnant interacts with the Flame Guard in such a specific way. But okay, nice damage for Storm. Starting mana cost is reduced on the Ball Lightning from 30 plus 8 to 25 plus 7.5. And his level 10 talent has Static Remnant damage, and Static Remnant damage on 15 is now health. Okay, so you can farm faster. And you can kill more effectively as well. I mean, that's a lot more damage on Remnants early. 55 more damage if you take the talent. Great Cleave, damage rescaled from 30 to 90 to 25 to 100. And Stormhammer, cast point from 0.3 to 0.2. Oh, very quality of life to have 100% cleave. It's nice. Proximity Mines, damage reduced from 2 to 800, 2 to 740. And building damage percentage is increased by 5%. Here we go. Let's see what happens. So, spill range multiplier reduced from 2 to 1.5. That's literally what I've been saying should happen, so that doesn't surprise me. I think that's a good change. Now deals 5% less spill damage to each successive enemy after a first one. It's gonna hurt a lot for farming Ancients. It's gonna make it a lot slower. It's actually gonna be a little bit annoying for jungling in general, as you deal less damage to everything. It's gonna feel kind of disgusting, because you're not gonna, like, stuff that usually would die at the same time on the same attack is not going to anymore. Unless you overkill by a pretty big margin. Like, if I'm farming the null camp with the 3 nulls, then I'm gonna have to, after killing the first one, I have to keep attacking to kill the next ones. It also will make you complete garbage against Broodmother, who got a Giga buff. So Broodmother will shit on TA even harder than she already does. And also makes us weaker against Peel and Terrorblade and Meepo, which are all already TA counters. Pretty rough. I don't like that change at all. That feels really bad, but we'll see how it feels to farm with it. But yeah, it's gonna do like 10, 95, 90, 85% damage as it spills. Is 5% really that big? Yes, it's 5% per unit. And yes, it's really that big. Imagine if you get run at by, 10 spiders from Broodmother. It's 5% per unit. You're gonna very quickly find that you don't do as much damage as you need to. So yeah. That's a really, really big nerf. Psionic Projection, channel time is increased by 0.5 seconds to 1.5. No longer teleports if Templar is rooted or leashed. Yeah, I kind of expected both these changes as well. And level 10 talent, Psyblade's range talent is replaced with 110 trap damage talent. Okay. Interesting. Level 15 Sonic Trap damage talent is replaced with 120 Psyblade's range. So you get more range, but you get it later. You also have to trade the range for the evasion if you want it. Yeah, you get more range, but you also get less range overall. Keep in mind, it's only 1.5 times the multiplier. This is gonna make the Psyblade a lot shorter range than it used to be. And also, Psyblades are only 80 bonus attack range on level 1. And now that it's 1.5 times your attack range, actually level 1 laning stage Psyblades are nerfed by a lot. The laning stage for TA is gonna work very differently now, since you don't want to Psyblade through all the creeps onto the hero. It's going to deal very little, or it's going to deal reduced damage by 5% per extra target. So if you hit, if you hit one melee creep, Psyblade onto another melee creep, range creep, and enemy hero, the enemy hero is already going to take minus 10% damage, I assume. Because the first one, I suppose, is taking 100%. So he's going to take minus 10% damage, and on top of that, you have less range, so it's going to be more difficult to do so. It doesn't reach range creeps from melee. I need to try this. This is obviously I have a specific interest in this hero. Played TA, actual multiplier, now makes the second big creep in double stacked camps out of blade range. Okay, so we can Psyblade this. Wow. Wow, okay. Yeah. Yeah, level 1 Psyblades are really bad now. Did they gut her? Sort of. It's not necessarily the end of the world, but it's pretty damn bad for TA players. Like, I can't Psyblade him when he's standing there. He's out of range, which, this is shorter level 1 Psyblade range than TA has ever had. Which is gonna hurt, but you can play around your meld and your refraction more. But also the damage to when there's a lot of units, like... Yeah, you can tell, like, this damage reduction is... Also, wait, let me try something.
I vow it.
No, kill those guys. They don't get to interfere. Get out of here. No range creeps allowed. No one asked for a Psyblade's multiplier. They did it and now nerfed her to the ground. Well, yeah, the Psyblade's multiplier talent is definitely something I'm very, very uncertain about. Whoops. Let me do this.
So it is revealed. That is clear.
Yes. Take refraction level 1 now. Well, you could. You could also go. You could also go meld level 1, depending on matchups. But yeah, it's interesting. Get Brood as enemy, and the TA can't even kill the spider with one hit. I mean, it's not actually that bad, but I will still say the nerfs that TA got here are they're actually bigger nerfs than the nerfs that Broodmother got. So I wasn't wrong. Isn't she worse than before the buffs? Yeah, she is. She is. Before the buff, she was in a better place. Brood minus 12% win rates, 40% right now. Yeah, but she also had minus win rates when the current Brood came out. Like, she immediately had minus win rate despite being stronger. Like, in the last, let's see, in the patch that changed Broodmother to the version she is now, let's say, I immediately read it and said that, holy shit, Broodmother's broken. And then her win rate was not impressive, but I played against like Ramses and he completely fucking destroyed the game with Broodmother. And I had all my suspicions confirmed and I played it again, played against it, played it myself. It was definitely broken and then she got buffed. It's just that, you know, a lot of people need time to figure out how to play some of the big changes that are made. So temporary low win rates don't really matter so much. It's more important to understand if the hero is stronger or weaker. Anyway, Terrorblade agi gain is reduced by 0.4 and Metamorphosis duration is reduced by 4 seconds on all levels. Demon Seal now also applies a basic dispel on Terrorblade. Might make people interested in buying it. It's still pretty expensive at 20% of your HP to cast it. Plus 2 seconds reflection duration talent and plus 20 metamorphosis duration talent instead of the 240 range. Huh. Overall nerfs to Terrorblade for sure. Because you don't want the duration more than you want the 240 range when you're level 25. I mean, duration is pretty decent, but you can normally close out a team fight very easily in 48 seconds. Okay. So base mana regen increased on the Tidehunter. He has some now. Gush armor reduction is decreased. Anchor smash bonus damage is reduced slightly. Kraken shell threshold timer is increased. More slow. Minus 100 damage Kraken shell threshold. Plus 200 damage replaced with plus 50% chance to proc anchor smash on attacks. The fuck? Okay. And cooldown reduction replaced with plus 1 second ravage stun. Interesting. Overall nerfs, I would say, to Tidehunter, but the ravage is kind of scary. Yeah, I mean, proccing anchor smash on attacks, it's kind of nice, but 200 damage was stronger. Okay, what do we have? Damage reduced on Whirling Death. And 3 damage is rescaled, more damage. Debuff duration increase. Timber Chain damage reduced, still same on max level. Fixed Timber Chain cast range being slightly larger than Timber Chain length, causing it to sometimes miss. There you go, there's your excuse if you ever suck the timber. Increased slow on Chakram, okay. What the fuck is this? Why am I reading an entire essay on Tinker? Okay, let's start. Laser now splashes 100% of its damage in a 250 AoE. Only the main target gets blinded or shrink raid. I assume we're gonna see some changes to Marcher machines because this is a lot of damage, impure damage in AoE. Okay, shrink ray bonus cast range reduced and shrink ray HP reduction reduced. Okay, defense matrix is now a basic skill. So he doesn't have March. Mana cost is reduced from 100 to 70, 80, 90, 100. Damage absorbed is reduced from 350 to 1, 180, 240, and 320. Status resistance is reduced from 50 to scaling up to 50 from 20. And cast range is increased from 400 to 600. Cooldown reduced from 30 to 12. Very interesting. Rearm mana cost is rescaled. It's more expensive on level 1 by 30 and cheaper by 30 on max level. Okay, so definitely incentivizing leveling up your rearm. Keen Conveyance, new rearm sub-ability. Channel for 4.5, 4, or 3.5 seconds to teleport to a friendly building. Level 2 allows targeting units, and level 3 allows targeting heroes. He gets rearm and he can just teleport around? Tinker gets built-in travels. Okay. Okay. Wow. Okay, so Marcher Machines doesn't exist early on, though. It's now a shard ability. But he has a built-in travels. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. I'm extremely against what I'm seeing here. Mature. Very, very interesting. Okay. So, Marcher Machines is now a shard ability. Mana cost is increased to 190. Robot explosion damage is rescaled to just be 30 on all levels. It doesn't have multiple levels. So, he doesn't have spell amp. He instead has plus 2-second blind duration on laser. Do the AoE laser as well? Tinker TPing in on side lanes with an AoE laser is gonna piss people off. I can feel it. Plus Marcher Machines duration changed with minus 0.5 second teleport time on the Keen Conveyance. Okay, so making it travel speed at level 3. And Marcher Machines damage is replaced with 150 damage absorbed by defense matrix. And then he gets spell amp on level 20. Is this Tinker offlane? Holy shit. Dude, Tinker in general is like... Yeah, Tinker offlane was already being used, honestly. And now I can see it being extremely strong. Extremely strong. Because you have a built-in travels. So you can build whatever first item you want. Since you already have global presence... As soon as you have level 6. The moment you're level 6 on your offlane Tinker, you can TP base and refill and then TP out again. Sure, it takes you, 4.5 seconds to channel it, but I don't think that's a big problem, honestly. And he has AoE laser, pair that up with the rockets and the defense matrix. I think he's going to be a super strong hero to fight early on. He doesn't have rockets now? Well, he does, doesn't he? I don't see anything about rockets being removed. He doesn't have Marcher Machines. Marcher Machines is a shard ability. He definitely should have rockets still. There's nothing being mentioned about it, so... No, he has an AoE laser and rockets on top of it. So, enjoy getting nuked by Tinker for 320 pure damage in AoE and then the double rocket hitting both of you. The 440 build. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. It's gonna fucking hurt. Yep. Okay, the Tinker is one hell of a thing. Tree throw splash damage percentage increased from 150 to 200%. Attack speed penalty is reduced on Tiny. Okay, some buffs, I guess. Slight movement speed increase on Treant. Duration is reduced on Nature's Grasp. More living armor heal. More slow on the Leech Seed instead of the heal. Okay. Damage increased on the Whirling Axis to 90. Cooldown is reduced on Battle Trance to 70. The Troll has really bad win rates. I'm expecting some pretty big changes here, but it only gets damage on this and this cooldown. I guess this is kind of nice though. 20 seconds less cooldown on your ulti. Plus 7 Berserker's Rage Armor. Melee form is going to be very tanky. Or you can take plus 25 Berserker's Rage movement speed. I like this. I like these talents. It is nerfing the range troll though, but yeah. Kinda cool. Reworked Shard. Enemies within 200 radius of the center of Ice Shard now suffers 40% slow and takes 60 damage per second. Increase the length of Ice Shard by 300. The length of Ice Shard. Okay. Bonus damage per hero is increased on the Snowball. And he has tag team damage increase. Okay. Seems like nice buffs for Tusk. 5% movement reduction on Underlords. Mana costs increase slightly. 10 on every level on Firestorm. Reworked his Scepter. Grants a new ability. Fiend's Gate. Cast within 4,000 range to create a portal next to Underlord. And a portal at the target location. Allies can click on the portal to teleport to the other one after a 2 seconds channel. Portals are indestructible, last for 20 seconds, and can only be cast in locations where wards can be placed. Nidus Worm? Or... okay. Very interesting. Fascinating, even. I mean, you put this... Imagine putting this in your fountain, and then starting a team fight, and you can just jump back to fountain and jump back in again. You know, quick heal. Yeah, break high ground with that. It only lasts 20 seconds, though, so you do not want to fuck up and, you know, be on the wrong side when it closes. Oh, I guess, it's only 400, or 4,000 range. Yeah, you can't do it from fountain. 4,000 range, though. That's pretty far. Jesus, dude. I want to see the Aegis snatch. Just put up the portal and fucking send in a bristleback or something. Go in, my boy. Get in there. Yeah, you can't put it in the fountain or in the Roche pit, but you can put it right outside and just hop in. Like, you can't put it where wards can't be placed, but if you put it right outside, you're... Like, how do the enemy stop you from entering the Roche pit? You're just suddenly there. Okay, so Firestorm burn damage instead of attack speed, and Atrophy Aura damage reduction instead of the health regen. And Allies Aura 50%, okay. Cool, cool. Cool change on Underlord, though. Mana cost is reduced on the Soul Rip. Movement speed bonus increased to 30 to 30, 40, 50 on the Flesh Golem. Rework the Shard now reduces Flesh Golem's cooldown by 30 seconds and causes Undying to spawn one zombie on each attack. I like. Each attack, you say? I mean, I can't help myself, guys. We gotta look at this. We need to.
I bring the song of death rotting.
Okay, give this man some hearts. Even Ocean Heart. There we go. So, what if the meme build? Oh my god, he's stuck! He can't move!
First blood is on the ground, and we're already looking for more.
Okay. But what about just a single? Oh my god, he's getting body blocked by them. They spawn in front of him sometimes.
Enemies need killing.
Oh my god, they're cutting him down.
The enemy attacks your middle tower.
Yeah, does it work on BKB? Good question. I mean, I imagine it should. Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't. Pepper hands. I mean, it's pretty funny though, getting someone completely stuck like this.
Will there be axes?
Imagine if someone gets like Fiend Script or something, just gets tapped a few times by Undying, he puts up the tombstone and then he's like, I'm out of here, you're done. You gotta try and cut your way out. The Walking Dead episode here.
Axes
Buy face boots against Undying. Okay, so back to the changes. That's funny though, that's a funny change. And plus 50 decay damage on level 10. Wow, what a big sleeper change there. That's a really strong talent actually. One more base strength on Ursa. Cooldown is increased on Earthshock. And Shard no longer reduces cooldown. Swap now deals damage to enemies. No more blinking if you get swapped. Another swap now causes Vengeful Spirits and her allies. She swaps to take 50% damage less for 3 seconds. What? Oh my god, that's so great. What? That's so good. And that's just built in, man. That's not even like an Aghanim's or a Shard or anything like that. That's just fucking swap for you. Vengeful support. Looking a lot better than before. And offensive swaps can be used really well. Just swap someone in and you take 50% less damage. What are you gonna do? You get a PA dagger and she crits. You're like, whatever. I don't care. Venomancer. Okay, agility reduced from 26.3.4 or 3.2, 24, 3.0. Poison Nova. Damage rescaled from 40, 65, 90 to 20, 30, 40 plus 2.75, 3.5% of max health in damage. Oh boy. Oh boy, this is interesting. Scepter damage rescaled from 75, 125 to 20, 30, 40, 3%, 3.75, and 4.5% max health damage per second. That feels pretty underwhelming. So you're just getting like 1% more damage on level 3, but you're only getting... Is that so good? I mean, it's good, I guess, if the enemy are really tanky, but isn't that pretty... I guess it's okay. But yeah, Poison Nova on big cores is gonna hurt. Just play the Venom game, feels strong. Yeah, on a big, thick target, I mean, this is gonna destroy them. So Poison Nova is no longer something you can just shrug off. You actually really don't want to be a big target. Venom against Centaur or some shit. I guess a health talent instead, okay. Mana cost decrease on the poison attack. Nether Toxin, max damage reduced from 80, 140, 50, 125. Okay. And attack range replaced with Nether Toxin, max damage. Wow. Pretty big nerf to Nether Toxin, man. Holy shit. I guess they did buff the poison attack aspect, but his farming capabilities are going to be a lot hindered compared to before. Pretty happy with that. I mean, considering my TA got nerfed, I'm happy to see one of the most popular counters also get nerfed. But he did get buffed in the way that he counters you, which is poison attacking you in laning stage. So that sucks. But yeah, level 1 Nether Toxin really sucks now. Move speed drain reduced on the Grave Chill from 1735 to 1530. Soul Assumption gather damage radius is increased from 1500 to 1800. Huge range that he collects damage for Soul Assumption. Summon Familiars, cooldown reduced to 110. Armor increased. Okay, so twice as much armor on level 2 and 3. And turn rate is increased. Faster turn, yay. Void Spirit, Ether Remnant, mana cost reduced. Pull duration is increased actually to 2 seconds. Astral Step debuff damage increased from 150 250 to 150 350. Holy shit, 100 more damage on your ulti. And level 10, 15 damage replaced with 60 Ether Remnant damage. Huh. Okay, pretty nice buffs for Void Spirit players. I mean, 0.2 seconds longer pull, more damage on the ulti. It's a lot more solo kill potential. Level 15 talents, the Upheaval DPS replaced by plus 10% attack speed per second to allies. Maximum 70%. Aha! Oh shit, Warlock sitting behind some ranged carries going high ground can be pretty nasty now. He just puts down his upheaval and he's giving 70 attack speed bonus to his allies in the upheaval. That's pretty good. What's his alternative? Shadow Word cooldown. I think you definitely take this talent. This talent seems great. Tried it. Unfortunately, we had no carry. That's typical, man. That's typical. You just gotta try it again. Weaver. The swarm travel speed increased from 600 to 750. Now ignores damage block. Okay, that's already a big buff. Because it does very little damage. And damage block, it ignores damage block entirely. So, yeah, that's gotta be a lot more damage outputs from the swarm. Geminate attack can now be toggled to disable. Same as Bounty Hunter. Nice. And swarm armor reduction is changed to 9 strength. Nice to get that early. His 12 strength is changed to +2 attacks. And 35 damage is replaced with +90 Geminate attack damage, which plays well with his shard, which is the whole AoE attack on everyone who has a swarm on them. And +3 swarms attacks to kill is replaced with +0.5 swarm armor reduction. Seems like a pretty unexciting like level 20 talent, I guess. But I'm probably taking the Geminate more often then. Cool. Wind Ranger, Gale Force, reworked shard, now grants Gale Force, vector targeted, summons a strong wind that pushes all enemies within 1000 AoE by 250 units per second in the target direction for 3 seconds. Units can still move, attack, and cast spells, does not interrupt channeling. 150 mana cost, 40 second cooldown. This is like interesting if you combine it with Kunkka, you can push people around a lot. Wait, is it global? Is it a global cast? Oh, I see. It's not mentioned anywhere here that it's literally global, but it's global? Huh. Dude, you can do some stuff with this then. Oh my god. Imagine... Oh, dude. Imagine this with techies. It's not global, people are saying?
Blade, sharp and cruel.
Some people are saying it is global. Some people are saying it's not. It's 4,000 range, someone says.
You know, some people
Oh yeah, that's extremely long range.
it's an essential part of the ranger's kit.
Do we have a range indicator? I don't have a range indicator here, so...
Prepare for battle.
I think the range is at least bigger than the entire fucking demo field.
Let's do this.
If it's not global. I don't see any range indicator. Does it say global in the text? Summons a strong wind that pushes allies, blah, blah, blah. It's around you? I don't think so. Huh. So... Guys! I want someone to pick techies. I want someone to pick techies and I'm just gonna be like, this way, guys. Come here. To the mines. Oh, dude. Wait, this should stack with Black Hole, by the way. This should stack with Black Hole Shards, most likely. Because it stacks with Coddle, I believe. Okay, so... Okay, there we go. And you on that. Okay, let's put this down. Oh yeah! Oh yeah, that stacks! Oh yeah, that stacks. Okay, so you can have Enigma black holing somewhere. People think that they're fine, and then woof, you just push them into it. I mean, can I cast it over here? It at least has a ridiculous cast range, if not global. It seems to be global to me, but I'm just gonna go in-game and try it. I'm just gonna try in demo mode. Some people are saying it's 4,000 range. That's still pretty damn good. Okay, so you have Gale Force. That's a really nice shard, by the way. I think it's really, really nice. Oh, it did say global in text. I didn't read. Didn't read so carefully. Does it? Some strong wind that pushes. Yeah, globally. Yeah, globally, dude. It's right there, globally. Damn, that's pretty evil. Pretty evil. I like how it's literally just moving people. Like, I actually like the idea that this is an ability that doesn't give you mischance, doesn't give you damage per second. It doesn't, you know, make you muted or some other fucking shit. It literally just pushes you. That's what it does. It pushes you. Because I like the idea of an ability that is not necessarily applying all these different things to kill you. You can't BKB it off. Yeah, that's pretty strong. Pierce's BKB, yes. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like, Darkseer Vacuum. Well, this is even more clean than Darkseer Vacuum, because Darkseer Vacuum stops you from using your abilities, it stuns you when it casts, you know, technically. And it also does a lot of other things. This is literally just moving you gently in a direction. Like, go this way. Really interesting. Okay, so she has 100 attack range is replaced with Windrun is undispellable. Wow. Windrun is undispellable? That's a pretty good talent. That's pretty good. CDR is replaced with Focus Fire kills advance cooldown by 20 seconds. Oh, nasty. Nasty, nasty. So she can still have CDR for her ulti in a way and still go Octarine. Cool. Agi gain is reduced on the Winter Wyvern. Attack range bonus is decreased on Winter Wyvern's Arctic Burn. Movement speed slow is also reduced on low levels, but same on max level. Winter's Curse has slightly less cast range. Cold Embrace, Shard cooldown reduction reduced from 5 to 4 seconds. Percentage heal reduced from 2 to 5 to 1.75 to 4. Okay. No damage talent on level, or less damage on level 10, only 35 now. 1.5% heal replaced with plus 25 HP per second heal. And health replaced with Arctic Burn duration debuff. And no night vision, instead Splinter Blast duration, or radius. A lot of nerfs to Winter Wyvern. She was also one of the strongest heroes of the patch, by the way. Like, easily one of the strongest heroes of the patch. And she got quite a few different nerfs here, for sure. The 100 cast range being one of the bigger ones, but also 15 less damage for the damage builds. The heal is nerfed, you know, the slow is nerfed. Yeah, quite a few different changes. Paralyzing Cask, creep damage rescaled from 50 to 150 to 75. Hero damage reduced from 50 to 80 to 40. What? Deals 10, 15, 20, 25 more damage per each bounce. Ah. Also per each. Shouldn't that just be per bounce? Okay. Talents, level 10 talent, 60 damage replaced with minus 25% Voodoo Restoration mana per second. Okay. Also 200 health is replaced with Radius. Ooh, so you get that early now. And Maledict Radius is replaced with 300 HP. 300 HP talent? It's pretty nice if you're playing support and you don't want to immediately die to random shit. But plus bounces is really good now though, because you get more damage as you bounce more. Isn't this a nerf though? Like, this feels pretty weak. I guess it gets up there, but I guess it's gonna get up there when you bounce around, but yeah. 90 damage after 2 bounces. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, if you get 2 heroes next to each other, then they get absolutely destroyed. If 2 heroes are right next to each other, then they're gonna take like, you know, 40, and then they're gonna take 65, and it's just gonna bounce between them, and suddenly they're gonna take a really high damage. Especially with the plus 2 bounces, I guess. Oh well. Next on, we have Wraith King. Cooldown increased from 200, 120, 40 to 200, 130, 60. Yeah, I always thought 40 seconds cooldown was kind of bullshit on Wraith King. Not gonna lie. And we have the level 10 talent, Wraith Fire Blast duration replaced with 20 movement speed. Movement speed is replaced with 0.7 stun duration. And 16 strength is replaced with 25% cleave. Huh. Cleaver. Okay. And then Zeus mana cost reduced on the lightning bolt to 120 level 1, 135 max level, 0.5 seconds more duration on the vision. Shard active mana cost reduced by 25, and Shard active now grants 900 radius unobstructed vision around Zeus for 3 seconds. Huh! That's really nice. Even if you're just like moving around with your shard, which it's only 11-second cooldown, so you can actually jump around quite nicely with it. Being able to give yourself AoE vision around you unobstructed is pretty neat. Duration on Nimbus is reduced by 5 seconds, Lightning Bolt interval increased by 0.25 seconds, and Bounty is increased by 25 gold. Nimbus is nerfed a lot. And we have Spell Lifesteal is replaced with 325 range AoE Lightning Bolt. Range? Radius, I guess? Huh.
In the server.
Let me see. The AoE Lightning Bolt does not work on Nimbus though.
Onward.
I'm stuck. I'm stuck in Axis.
I ordain it.
That zap though.
Not yet. Your prey
Yeah, this seems pretty nice. Wait, this is not a shard or Aghanim's or talent? No, this is a talent. I mean, you mini stun everything.
I'm not ready. Run from death. Mine by right, as well as by might.
How does it work with Nimbus? Someone said it doesn't. I'm not gonna try it even. I'm gonna trust the guy who said it doesn't. It seems kind of bullshit if it did work with Nimbus. And besides, Nimbus is also nerfed overall. Yeah, hello PL, we found you. Holy shit, that's true. Oh my god, Zeus against PL is so good now. Yeah, Zeus is gonna deal with illusions way better than before. He already was good against like stacks of units, but now he's gonna be really good against it. Yeah, you still need 25, for sure. You still need that. You still need that, but compare it to the Spell Lifesteal talent, which was garbage. Now you have a really good option to the 100 arc lightning damage. I would argue it's not even an option. I think you always take the AoE lightning bolt at this point. I mean, late game against Terrorblade or Peel or whatever, you're just gonna be so much better. Alright, so upon all these changes, what is the consensus here? Kind of hard to say. I feel like there's a lot of heroes who got pretty good changes for them, or like good buffs going. I want to say that Anti-Mage got one of the stronger changes in my eyes. The Shard looks really, really good. Tinker looks insane. Like, absolutely insane. Broodmother, as sad as I am to say, I think she might come out of this stronger when people figure out how to play her. I think her win rate is going to be indicating that she's nerfed, but this Snare bullshit sounds fucking broken. Like, this ability, I do not like that it was added. I'm not happy about this at all. But Queen of Pain, oh, Queen of Pain, dude. Queen of Pain actually sounds amazing. I really want to play Queen of Pain now. And while TA did get nerfed, you know, she got multiple different nerfs. I still think she's probably in an okay spot. It's a good change. I was a little bit worried that we were going to be completely gutting her because so many people were whining about TA. But this seems like... Honestly, I think she's over-nerfed, but it's not completely to the point of destroying her. So, so I'm fine with that. Yeah, much worse could have happened. Yeah, Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter seems fucking hilarious to play. I really want to play Gyro. Alright, now it's time to play some Dota, I think. Now it's time to play some Dota. Do I have people to play? Iceberg was like, Waga, I need to nerf her a bit. I just have to, but I got you, bro. Not really. Not really. He was more like, they want me to behead her, but I'm gonna just, you know, nerf her more than she should get. It's not really like he did me any favors with this. Especially considering how Broodmother is, you know, treated. I definitely don't think... Definitely don't think that I was done any necessary favors, but we also didn't get fucking chopped, so... Yeah, Broodmother, dude. Brood, man. Oh, I cannot wait to get stuck in some invisible webs that I can't fucking see, that I cannot fucking D-word, that I cannot fucking trigger with illusions. It does not seem bullshit at all.